Oh, there we go. There for a second. Ahoy, everyone, and welcome aboard. I'll be your Captain Hillyan today, along with...
He is the mighty Lieutenant Drakir at your service, and welcome back to...
Zenless Zone Zero for about our 40th stream of the main story of this. Well, main story, agent stories, and, well, some of the big events, mostly. And, yeah. First off, what I want to show off is that over here with Hillyan Temple, I have reached... let me just claim that. We have reached the max level of it, but oddly enough, there wasn't really anything special for hitting 45 here. So I'm guessing either this is supposed to get expanded on later, because that is something that other Hoyoverse games have as well, that they just get some game mode added in that just gets extensions built upon it every so often, so maybe that'll happen. Yeah, I do have to say that was a little bit disappointing to not have some last cutscene or event with that. But again, it may get expanded at some point. In any case, this does look a whole lot better than, well, the abandoned junk heap that we saw on the altar counter.
Yeah, and also, it might be intentional as a yoke, considering the name of the temple.
Yeah, whatever temple. Okay. Yeah, today we'll be continuing with the main story, aka Chapter 3 of Season 2, but first off, we do see a certain panda is in the area. It has been quite a while since we've done any social stuff with the agents, so let's go take a look. And annoyingly enough, I'm noticing some stutters. Oh wait, that's heading towards an event. So yeah, there. Let's see what our local panda is up to. Also,
He's over there.
no. Okay, what? Why did it not?
Explain to me, Captain. Look at him. How did you miss him?
Well, for one, we've seen plenty of places with the bear sirens as well, and also I was keeping an eye on the mini-map, which continues to point towards whatever event is going on. Anyways, hello, Pan. Hey, sweetie, could I get one of everything that's on the Yamcha Sin menu? Pan Shifu, are you sure? Even if we invited everyone from Hillyan Temple, I doubt you could finish that much food. And you usually wait for store sales to buy even a bottle of MSG at a discount, but now you're suddenly spending this much? If you don't mind me asking, did something happen? Just keep the food coming, I can handle it. Senior Uni, what's wrong? I'm sorry you had to see me like this, Junior Bell, but I absolutely must spend this money on food today. I have to. Okay. When I came back from grocery shopping this morning, I overheard Shifu, Senior Fufu, and Senior Yi chatting in the courtyard. They actually said they'd rather eat at Yamcha Sin than have my cooking. Your own people not wanting the foods you make. That's the worst kind of shame for a cook. I ended up sitting at the cable car station for hours, and the meat in my bag was practically getting cooked by the sun. I hate to admit it, but if everyone's saying that, then maybe my cooking does need work. I've got to learn from Yamcha Sin and cook dishes that'll change their minds. I see. Pan Shifu, there's no need to feel down about losing to us. We held our ground for many years in Wi-Fi Peninsula, where customers are super picky about their food. We've got some killer skills up our sleeves. Your cooking's really well known too. I even thought about poaching you as our head chef before. Just for that alone, your food's already got a place in everyone's hearts at Hillyan Temple. So you see, maybe you want to think twice about ordering every single dish we got here. Besides, it's not like you're gonna master our secret recipes just by tasting everything once. Thanks for the comfort, but now I feel worse. I won't rest until everyone says my food's the best in all of New Eridu. Could it be Is there another reason why everyone's saying this? Another reason? What else could it be? Isn't it just that the food I make doesn't taste as good as theirs? Well, they do say plenty of things about variety is the spice of life and everything. So it could just be that his cooking is still great, but because they always have his cooking, well, if you give someone bread as for their salary every time, or if you let someone eat as much bread as they want, eventually they're going to get sick of that bread.
Yeah.
Does the food taste different from before? Oh, now that you mention it, that could totally be it. Good Goods recently stocked this new seasoning, Ryu Drink Co. It was concentrated catnip extract. It was on sale, so I bought a few bottles.
Wait.
Real.
People actually use catnip as food seasoning?
I guess at least in New Era do, but beyond that, I have no freaking clue.
Oh, I feel like this could end badly for any feline fighter. Oh no.
Foo-foo.
Yeah, some big cats won't get affected by it, but some other big cats may get affected by it. I forgot if tigers were one of them.
And even then, it can vary from individual to individual. Like, some cats do not give an absolute crap about catnip, while others will do anything they can to get it if they can smell it.
Oh dear.
Let's see. Figured I shouldn't waste them, so I've been adding a few spoonsful to my cooking for flavor. I've used up about half a bottle. Shiva came looking for me after dinner the other day. Yinhu, that smell in the food lately. Did you cook on the bamboo mat? Be careful not to set the house on fire. Oh, really? So everyone's just not used to my new seasoning. And here I thought my cooking wasn't good enough. Okay, have you actually been tasting your own cooking lately? Because, well, that is kind of what cooks are supposed to do to, well, fine-tune their cooking.
Yeah, or at least have a taste tester, in case you are one of the few chefs that accidentally had their taste buds ruined.
Yeah. Perfect. I'll lay off the catnip sauce seasoning for now. I'm gonna make some authentic dishes for dinner tonight. So it was just a misunderstanding. Yep, sounds exactly like something you'd get caught up in, Panshifu. Senior, stop being such a penny pincher. I know. After all, everyone disliked my cooking would feel way worse than losing all my dennies. Yeah, I guess you really can't skimp on food expenses. You can try and be frugal with your food expenses, but yeah, you still gotta feed yourself well, huh?
Yeah, like, sure, you can eat some cheap food now and then, but don't go to food too cheap.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be sure, you save a lot of money, but you have a lot of other health issues after a while, since the cheapest food you can buy at times are usually not very good.
Yeah. Let's see. Leisurely Lol, Untold Secrets. I need to check something with Senior Fufu. She's at Sweetbin Temple right now. Hurry over and ask her. Okay.
And we were talking. You just mentioned her a moment ago.
Yeah, I am really curious how she would react to catnip, though. Let's see. Oh, it's you, Junior. Did you need something from me? What's up? You look like you want to say something. Come on, tell me. I've got your back. Actually, there is something I wanted to ask you, Senior. Has Wise been coming to see you a lot lately? Oh, you're asking about that? Well, since I flunked arithmetic, cramming at the last minute wasn't gonna cut it anymore. So I asked Junior Wise to tutor me. Wise is tutoring you, Senior? It's actually the opposite, isn't it? Huh? What do you mean? I tell Fufu about my recent observations. When Wise goes to see Fufu, he often brings snacks. No matter how you look at it, Wise seems more like the one asking for favors. Snacks, aka bribes. It actually reminds me, there is something... Okay, it isn't as exaggerated as with the music video or the extended play, where what the EP actually stands for, which, well, means a music track or collection of tracks that is longer than your typical single, but not a full album. But yeah, with Fufu's music video, they go hard on her just really loving food and such. Probably, totally in an attempt to bulk up and such, but yeah, I guess he just doesn't really have the genetics for musculature as much as he would want to. And in that way, she actually reminds me of a different character from Genshin Impact, another Hoyoverse game, which has a character that really wants to get taller and thinks that sleeping more and more will help with that. But yeah, she's still small, to give an example of how well that has worked for them.
Oh.
Okay, continuing on. And Senior, you were asking everything so smoothly just now. Looks like Wise was prepared for this. Wow, I can't believe you figured that out. You siblings combined must have like 1,000 tricks up your sleeves. Sounds like an admission. What happened? Alright, I'll tell you. It's about the perception technique. Although Shifu taught Wise the perception technique already, the flow of energy in his body hasn't been smooth, so I'm trying to figure out a way to help him. He didn't tell me anything at all. All he told me was that he never gets the chance to use it. Hey now, don't worry, your brother is just moving at his own pace. Even if you're blood relatives, everyone's different, you know? I like that they're actually pointing out the fact that, well, the primary, quote-unquote, sibling is getting so far ahead of the other, and that they're actually working on getting him to catch up, but not rushing him or punishing him for not, well, being at the same level, which is sadly something you often see with, like, twins and such, that if one is doing well, then the other is expected to, well, be the exact same, or at the exact same level. Let's see. It's just that Junior Wise said he didn't want to hold you back. Plus, after Ferox caught you both in the hollow, he got pretty spooked. He was worried that when you need his help in the future, he wouldn't be able to step up. That's why I helped keep it on the wraps. I see. Is there anything I can help with? He's been making crazy progress these days. He'll get the hang of it in no time. Just act like nothing's up, okay? Oh, and if you got time, could you grab me some Wu-Tang root from Peace Herbal? There's an old recipe from Yunquay Summit that combines Wu-Tang root with other herbs into a paste to make meridian flow patches. They boost blood circulation and work wonders on the perception technique. I plan to get Wise some too. Thanks, Senor. I'll go get those herbs for you right away. Alright. Mother and daughter? Presuming? Alright. Annoyingly enough, we are getting some stutters here and there.
Yeah.
Which didn't... Where it seems to be in the game a bit like that it skips for like half a second. We didn't really get that on the other account, so in a way I get a feeling it is related to the amount of content that's been done or something. Because there's a lot more stored up on this one.
I'm not noticing anything.
Maybe I'm just overly noticing things that aren't really problems. Let's see.
You might also be paranoid.
Could be. Shelbu's near the shop entrance. Is he grabbing medicine inside? Come to think of it, I can faintly hear voices coming from within. Auntie Fang, I had no idea your husband and Grand Shifu were fellow disciples back in the day. An unexpected bond indeed. That's right. Even though I left the sect later on, our bonds remain strong. Your Shifu's generation of disciples And we practically watched them grow up, you know? Such a shame about young Yijiang. Yijiang. I've forgotten how to say Shifu's sister's name. Gone too soon. I heard she exhausted her life force using the Qingming sword to save Waifu Peninsula. The Qingming sword is a legendary weapon beyond compare. To harness such power, one must be willing to pay the price. It hasn't been easy, that's for sure. But from what you just told me, the Qingming sword has found a new master. Looks like Yunque-sama's legacy is in good hands. Yes, very good indeed. Your medicine is ready. Please take care. Haven't seen you in a bit. Junior Bell, what are you doing here? I'm here to pick up some medicine. Are you alright, Senior? Are you unwell? Nothing major. I just haven't been sleeping well lately, so I'm here to get some medicine. It's an old problem. What are you here for, Junior? Wu-Tang Root. Sorry, but we are currently out of Wu-Tang Root. Next week, restock. Please come back then. Does it really take that long? Is there any other way to buy it? Hey, young lady, don't worry. You can ask around Salem Bay. The Wu-Tang root grows by the water, and while it's used as medicine, us locals often dry it out and use it in dishes. But using Wu-Tang root as medicine isn't quite the same as using it for food. Not sure if that'll work for you. Foo-foo? Okay, honestly, she probably wants part of it for food, part of it for the medicine. Shoot, I'm not too sure about that either. Junior, you must be after the Wu-Tang root to make Meridian Flow patches, right? The kind used for food should be sufficient. It's just that older Wu-Tang roots are better, and if you haven't seen them in person before, they can be tricky to identify. If you don't mind, I can come with you. Yes, please, you're the best, Senior. Let's go, then. Alright. Yeah, the seem to cook with Wu-Tang root too. Let's ask the kids around. Alright. Yeah, I did say I'd try to read those more often since they actually give bits of context and such. Hello. Jiao? Mr. Drew, you're here again? That's right, even with the language barrier, I'll definitely complete my interviews with the residents about Porcelain in Salem Bay. Wouldn't the libraries and museums in the Wi-Fi Peninsula be better choices for academic research? Sure, the history in books is important, but in the end, history is about people. For Porcelain research, the oral histories from the folks in Salem Bay are also crucial. Yeah, he's got a point there.
And also, I think if you look at the other one's name there again, since it has that little thing between, I think it's supposed to be, I'm guessing it could be wrong here, Yao.
Could be.
Like, it's not a long A, like, there's supposed to be a break between the A's.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Chinese-style naming conventions and how to pronounce them, as it's probably been more than obviously.
I've never seen one like that before, so it's gonna first.
Hey, Belle, what brings you to Salem Bay? I want to buy some Wu-Tang root. I want to buy some Wu-Tang roots. Do you know where I can get it in Salem Bay? Yeah, Dante and Mello, some of the kids that Yusaha knows. You need Wu-Tang roots? We've got plenty at home. My mom dried a bunch. Though that stuff is bitter. Tastes awful if you ask me. We're buying this for medicine, not as a snack. Oh, that sounds okay then. And Belle, come over to my place to get them. You fixed my toy before and I won't charge you anything. And plus, it's better if you take more. Saves me from my mom trying to force them on me every day. Okay, to be honest, the line between medicine and supplement can be thin with some things. Like, well, there's plenty of herbs that people put in their foods that are supposed to help with all sorts of stuff. And, well, putting bitter stuff or bitter herbs, medicine in foods, well, we all know that's been used for centuries to get people to eat their medicine.
Yeah. But I would say, so taking medicines with food, do occasionally work rather well, like take painkillers, if I have some next to me ready in case I have a possible headache coming. I have a painkiller here ready. But since I'm making food in 40 minutes, if my headache gets worse, I will take this painkiller with the food for faster effect and better effects. However, folks, if you plan to take medicine with food, double check if you're allowed to. For some medicine, you should not do that with.
Okay, okay, it seems that something has come up that is going to need a while, probably. I don't know how long this might take. It's apparently it's a voting thing today, and suppose either today is the last day for it, or it's only today. I don't know. I never get fucking told about any of this. But yeah, we might need to call a BRB for, well, I'm going to guess half an hour or so. So, yeah, so much for starting on time then, huh? Okay.
At least you have eaten food, right?
Yeah, so after I get back from this, we'll be able to continue, but, yeah, we'll have to... I'd put this on Be Right Back with the screen and all that, but it wouldn't be right back. It'd be probably like 20-30 minutes. So, yeah. Okay, just back as soon as possible, which is likely not going to be that soon. Sorry, people. So, marking for editing. And at least we can move this to the scene where we still get to use and hear this music. So, yeah, back as soon as possible. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that went a whole lot quicker than I expected. I was expecting that to be a freaking line, but apparently we were among the first to arrive there, actually. Yeah, it took longer to run back to get my freaking idea than it did to wait. Okay. Yeah, let's continue on. It's in this box down here. Hold on, let me move these things off the top. Heave-ho. Right, game needs to be selected before the controller will react, or before it will react to the controller. Ah, bugs! Watch out, they're centipedes. Several giant centipedes land on Mellow's arm, and both Senior Yi and you instinctively rush to help. Senior Yi brushes the centipedes off with his sleeve, but you aren't as nimble and get a nasty bite on your wrist. Yeah, centipedes... well... not long after. Ouch, that big bump looks painful. I'm so sorry, Belle. It's my fault you got hurt. I got careless. It's fine, I can handle it. I'm glad you didn't get bitten. Junior, we were quick to react back there, but since you usually live in the city, you probably haven't dealt with these critters much. You can't be grabbing centipedes with your bare hands. Luckily, you're not allergic, and I just applied some ointment. You should be all healed up in 3 or 4 days. Yeah, I believe there are some centipede species that are absolutely venomous, or... yeah, we've covered this before. Venom is injected, poison is ingested, I believe. And,
yeah.
Well, if you're allergic, if you prove to be allergic to their venom, well, good luck.
Yeah, and some are just deadly to begin with, and others are both deadly or just painful or just plain painful.
Yeah. Hold up. Don't hide your wrist in your sleeve. That won't help it recover, and the sleeve rubbing against the swollen area will just make it feel worse. I bet Bill just doesn't want anyone to know about that embarrassing time she tried to grab a centipede with her bare hands. It's hardly embarrassing. Mello, do you happen to have any gauze at home? Mind bringing some over? Yeah, just give me a sec. Mello dashes into the house. Show me that wound first. I'll patch you up, then you can put your sleeve back down. Senior? I was wondering earlier why you'd need meridian flow patches when you've already mastered the perception technique. Now it makes sense. You were preparing them for your brother, weren't you? Senior, could I ask you for something? To keep everything that happened today from Junior Wise? Don't worry, my lips are sealed. You read so quickly. I thought you'd tell me to come clean. Senior Fufu and Junior Yinhu might tell you to just tell the truth, but me... I have a younger sister too, so I know there are things that are actually harder to talk about with family. You have a little sister? Is she also the disciple of Yunquei Summit? Yeah, we joined the sect together as kids, but unlike me, she was far more talented. Oh, you're being too modest, Senior. I'm not being modest here. I used to slap on those meridian flow patches all the time back in the day. That's how I got so good at picking out the right herbs. Got him, got him. Brought the gauze and scissors. As you are talking, Mello comes running back. Senior Yi first treats your wounds, then helps you pick out some Wu-Tang roots. Wu-Tang roots. Alright, we're all done here. Let's head back to Sweepian Temple. And Big Sis Belle, come hang out with us again sometime. Yep. That name. He must be like the monk and the ladies.
Oh, come on, Captain.
Phew, almost done delivering all these medical medicinal herbs. Man, I'm totally wiped out. Huangri, you should take a break. I know Selim Bay like the back of my hand. Leave the rest of the medicine to me. Thanks for your kindness, Mr. Dong. But the patients here need rest and can't be startled. You're right. Okay, just... They had to know. Also, hello there, Aurora. Yeah, we should be heading back towards Fufu now. Because we did run an errand for them. Hope you're doing well today. Okay. It looks like Wise is intercepting us instead. Belle, where did you run off to just now? I tried calling, but you didn't pick up. Oh, what's up? Shoot, my phone wasn't silent. The inventory of videotapes at home wasn't adding up. I eventually found that you had snuck the records on the HDD. You had stuck the records on the HDD screen. Everything's fine now. Sorry, Junior Wise. I was at Peace Herbal picking up some medicine. I ran into Junior Belle there, and she helped me sort through the herbs. Thanks for helping me carry the medicine. I'll hand the Wu-Tang roots of Senior Fufu so you don't have to worry about it. Thanks, Senior. I'll leave it to you. After that, Senior Yi leaves. Senior Yi went to Peace Herbal to get medicine? Could it be because he's having trouble sleeping? You know about that too? No, I heard about it from Senior Yinhu. It seems like Senior Yi's problem isn't just insomnia or being a light sleeper. He's been having constant night terrors. Is there something bothering him? I don't know. You're usually so talkative. Didn't you talk with Senior Yi while getting herbs? Come to think of it, Senior Yi mentioned he had a sister. She's also the disciple of Yunquei Summit. Oh, is that so? Since we're all part of the same sect now, perhaps we'll have a chance to meet in the future. No, it's almost time for Fufu's arithmetic tutoring session. Belle, I should get going. Yeah, you better hit those books hard. Yeah, I know. Wait, what do you mean I should study hard? Senior Fufu is the one who should be studying. Heading out for now. Bye. Slipped up there, Belle. Okay. Seems that something's going on here, but before that, if I recall correctly, there is a distinct difference between just just your normal nightmares and such, and night terrors, as in... I don't know the absolute specifics, but one of them is supposed to be... yeah, there's Fufu Aurora. I think one of the big differences is that night terrors just typically will always wake you up, while nightmares may wake you up, I think. But I could be entirely wrong. Call from the mayor. That means you've got another job. Weiss is looking over a message from someone, his face turning serious. The kind of look that says, here comes another tough job. Your proxy instincts are telling you to turn and walk away. Good timing, Belle. Feel like I've heard that before. Talk about bad timing. The mayor sent a message earlier saying, give me a call when both you siblings are together. An official message from the mayor usually means something big is about to happen. Should we contact him right away? Here we go. Simulated signals from city administration surged through the encrypted line. After a few seconds of whispering white noise, a familiar image and voice emerged from the audiovisual device.
Hey kids, I trust you've been well.
What was that about the familiar visual, seeing as it's, well... Actually, I'm guessing this is what shows up on their phone or whatever they're using with it. So... It's not only with the mayor that this happens with. It's just the, I guess, the stock image for video calls or video audio calls where one side isn't sharing. Tangent.
The miasma shrouding Lemnian Hollow still hasn't cleared, and since Wi-Fi Peninsula is also a major production area for porcelain ore, I imagine the air quality there isn't so great.
The city's air isn't great, but the real concern is the miasma still spreading through Wi-Fi Peninsula. Do you have any plans to handle it, Mr. Mayor?
A close attendant friend of mine once told me that, as a senior, it's more friendly to start with some pleasantries before diving into the main topic. But enough small talk. I'm calling about the continued threat of the miasma and the dangers still posed by the Exaltists. Miasma is a natural byproduct within the Hollows, a unique form of ether that causes more severe corruption effects than ordinary ether, producing even more powerful ethereals and sacrifices.
Okay, helping explain why... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been mentioning this, that I think this is what's going on, and yeah, we have it very much confirmed.
Yeah, this also explains why we're facing stronger foes here now. Or max level foes, or high level foes. Higher level foes than earlier on in the game. Besides just, well, levels going up and such. Actually giving a bit of in-world explanation for it. Okay.
That's nothing new to you two, Phaethon. But the miasma raging within Lemnian Hollow has far exceeded what natural seepage could produce.
It's because of the Exaltists. They've been using miasma to research and create sacrifices, which has caused miasma to spread rampantly within the Hollow.
That's right. From thwarting the Exaltists' plan to seize control of Wi-Fi Peninsula to dismantling Porcelumex, everything you've done has surely dealt a major blow to the Exaltists' influence in the region.
And yet I can't help but feel that for a part, we've been playing right into their hands. Or into the greater organization's hands. We have foiled a few of their cells, but yeah, with a high priest that can resurrect themselves, probably through some sort of concocting experimentation with the miasma or so, since a tangent again, but I'm guessing with the miasmas having memory effects and such, I'm guessing you could maybe somehow extract memories from someone and potentially copy them over.
Yeah, we were theorizing about that, and they seem to mention you doing just that they extracted some part of someone's memory and pulled out a replica of someone. Is this terrifying?
It was Shifu's, the copy of the Shifu's sister, or maybe that was, or we'll need to find more info to get the specifics on that, if we'll ever get that.
actions are still harming the people of Yfei Peninsula. And the miasma in Lemnian Hollow shows no sign of letting up.
Yeah, so there's plenty more that they're doing in there.
Which brings me to the reason I'm troubling you both this time. The opportunity to root out that evil once and for all has finally arrived.
Oh?
Porcelumex's co-chief executive officer Ferox secretly allied with the Exaltists to carry out unlawful hollow experiments, seriously endangering the safety and interests of Yfei Peninsula's citizens and businesses. I'll spare you all the official jargon, but in short, Porcelumex's influence and control over Yfei Peninsula have been significantly restricted. But investigations and operations by the city government in Yfei Peninsula are still being hindered because another major player has rolled in.
Let me guess.
A defense force unit,
Or
led by
not.
Major General Lorenz, has been deployed to Yfei Peninsula over the past few days, imposing temporary military control to investigate Porcelumex and contain the Exaltist threat.
Okay, I thought it was going to be Sebastian that they were going to bring up.
The
Okay.
Defense Force wasn't involved with the issues in Yfei Peninsula before. So why'd they show up now?
Yfei Peninsula is a key porcelain production area after all, and has always been a highly contested prize amongst the city's various official powers. Besides protecting the city, everyone is eager to claim a bigger share of the wealth and influence it provides.
Of course.
Major General Lorenz is no easygoing man. Ruthless would be the mildest way to describe him when it comes to achieving his goals. According to my sources, he has a close personal relationship with Porcelumex's other co-chief executive officer, Lucro, and the two often work together.
Okay, so it's likely that Lucro has called in reinforcements.
With Ferox's downfall, Lucro secured Lorenz's support by offering him a share of Yfei Peninsula's interests. Having the backing of a Defense Force Major General would greatly benefit his dealings within TOPS.
Sounds like a power struggle between Tops and the Defense Force. But where exactly is this opportunity to take out the Exaltist remnants?
Good point.
According to the action plan the Defense Force submitted to the city, eradicate the Exaltists sits at the top of their agenda. That's also their most legitimate reason for deploying to Yfei Peninsula. Of course, I don't believe Lorenz is only there to dutifully protect the city, but with Porcelumex and the Defense Force already muddying the waters, a heavy-handed move by the municipal government could turn the conflict into a turf war over interests. I won't pretend I'm above it all, but I do believe that protecting the citizens' safety is more important than short-term gains. That's why neither the city government nor Yunquei Summit can act directly this time.
Okay, and that's why, well, Phaethon needs to come back into the limelight, huh?
But for you, Phaethon,
Yes, Phaethon. A legend among proxies. An outlaw of the underground. The last disciple of a secret research institute. Mayor Mayflower's wondrous right hand. The one who saved the Void Hunter from the brink of collapse. It's my time to shine again, right?
Well, such humility, Belle.
to be honest,
Bloody.
I won't need all those people helping me. But you're right. It's time for the protagonist to take the stage. I spotted the name Obel Squad on the Defense Force's unit roster. I've heard of their past exploits, and some of their members have had both professional and personal dealings with you. I believe they could be a trustworthy source of support. Their commanding officer this time is Miss Isolda, who worked with you during the investigation into the Exaltists in Porcelumex. I assume you're already well acquainted with her.
So we'll be taking part in the operation against the Exaltists as proxies working with the Defense Force?
Exactly. But the title proxy won't fly in the Defense Force's operational report. You'll be introduced as Special Holotech Advisors and the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operations during your visit with the Defense Force.
Yeah.
Sorry, official organizations do love to make up long and difficult-to-remember titles, but sometimes those titles can come in handy. Though I have to say, the ones you came up with a moment ago did sound a lot cooler.
I like this mayor.
Yeah. I'm still a bit iffy about whatever plans he may have in the long run, but for the moment at least, they seem to mostly align with ours. And well, even if he is out for a good part for his own gain, he knows that, well, the better way to help yourself is to help the people, so that, well, they don't freaking lynch you.
Yeah, I think it was the saying, no king is without their people,
Yeah.
or something like that. Like, yeah, it's simple as that. That, like, you could be a king over ruins.
Just have fun starving or eating raw mushrooms.
By the way, we came across a few scattered clues about our teacher in the last mission, but we still didn't make any real headway.
There's still no solid intel on Miss Carol Arna, but within the limits permitted by the Defense Force, you're still free to pursue her whereabouts as you see fit. I've already informed the Defense Force and Miss Isolde in advance. The specific plans and arrangements will be up to you two to discuss with Isolde and Obel Squad. Well, I have official duties to attend to, and you both have an important mission ahead, so let's keep it brief. Once again, I wish you the best of luck.
Okay, so, yep, wooden swords. We'll be getting inserted with Obel squads to see if, well, this Lawrence guy is, well, actually up to what he says, or they say. I think they called them he or something like that a bit earlier.
Yeah, I think they said he, unless we both misremember.
Yeah.
We likely get to know soon.
Yeah, either way, we're to make sure that, well, they're actually doing their job and not just cozying up with Corsa Lumix. Okay.
Also, wait. No, nope. Keep your hands away from the button.
What? Just
I
want to
need to make
enjoy
my
the
food.
show? Yep, or
I
that.
grab some, sandwiches. So please wait.
Okay. Yep. The sounds from trying to get a better look. The sounds from Granny there and the other one are a bit loud for the distance at which they are, but oh well. Actually, there we go. Yeah. In the shops, I found one of those. I found a new quote-unquote drink, rather more like a medium-sized water bottle with one of those sports pops or something. It's basically the one that you see on like well, sports drink bottles and such that are much easier to drink from without having to screw the top off, or the cap off. So yeah, been using that at work to just, well, have something quick to drink. Okay. Let's see. Also, something funny over here, like, I'm pretty sure most people who may or may not be watching have heard about Pokemon Pia. That's yeah, Harvest, not really a Harvest Moon. That's it's actually it takes a lot of things from many different things, like Stardew, a bit of Harvest Moon, Dinkum, and Animal Crossing stuff. It just has similarities with so many of those other things. Yeah, apparently that game has been extremely popular over here to the point that stores, both, well, physical and online, have been completely sold out. And yeah, you can probably guess how I know that, because I tried to get my hands on a copy. Though I have heard that, well, the local shop with that should be getting a restock tomorrow. So, with a bit of luck, I'll be able to get my hands on that. Though I'll probably just play that on my own. Maybe stream it on my own, but not really for, well, not really for storing it and such. Mostly just playing it for myself. Well, I have seen bits of it and such from people playing it, but yeah, just been avoiding it to, well, avoid potential spoilers. Okay. Let's see. I need to look through my stuff. It seemed... I know I had a pre-order copy of Mass Effect 3, but I can't seem to... Did I put it in the drawers and stuff in the closet? Because when I look to my right here, I can see my pre-order copy of the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And I'm pretty sure I kept the Mass Effect 1 near it. Actually, I might as well get up and look in the drawer right now. Civilization, Agent 1 or something. Okay. Where the hell could that have ended up then?
Back! Are you right there, Captain?
Yeah, just checking for where one of my physical game copies might have gone. Okay,
Have you checked on top of your head?
That's for glasses and hats. Maybe it got put in with the movies or something. I still need to sort those out for, well, putting them alphabetically and all that. Anyways, taking down the Exaltus, the defense force. Looks like this job won't be easy. I hope we won't run into any trouble. I hope we don't run into any annoying people. But hey, we get to team up with Obel Squad again. Soldier 11 and Trigger will be happy to see you too, right, Bill? And of course, a couple of new acquaintances we've crossed paths with before. But before heading out, maybe we should let Yishuan, Shifu, and the others know. Okay. Yeah, we've we know about Soldier 11 and Trigger, but these other two are, well, more wild cards for us now. Or unknown to us now. I've been expecting you, Belle. Don't give me that Yishuan Shifu is all-knowing look. I only knew because the mayor contacted me in advance. Don't need to do an ether reading to figure that out. It seems that really is why you're here. Yungray Summit is on good terms with the mayor, so we can't get directly involved in Defense Force affairs, which means I have no choice but to send my talented student. I wouldn't bring shame to the sect. Leave it to your disciple. Shaming the sect is the least of your worries. The Exaltus play dirty, and the Defense Force throws its weight around. You're neither skilled enough nor strong enough to deal with either of them alone. That's why you have to act with the utmost caution. Your own safety has to come first before you try to help anyone else. Yeah, that is why with plane drills and such, they do say that if you are with a child or traveling with a child, that you have to put your own safety vest on first before you try to put it on the kid, because, well, it'll be hard putting that vest on the kid when you're drowning yourself. Okay. Alright, Hillyan Temple isn't going anywhere. Get a good night's rest here tonight, then go take care of what you need to do. Remember, if you get into any trouble out there, just give them your Shifu's name. Or Shifu's name. I've been using it more than leaning towards Honda. Let's see. You carefully calibrate the HD device in Hillyan Temple's inner chamber, then spend some time chatting with your senior brothers and sisters. Before you realize it, night has already fallen. Alright then. I'm going to guess that Bell is going in person and Wise will be using EOS. The Defense Force sent word. We're meeting up with Obo Squad tomorrow morning. The coordinates are in the Lemnian Hollow. We're meeting in the Hollow? Is this how the military does things? That's right. The Defense Force wants us to link up with Obo Squad during the operation. Afterward, we're to return to their base together. Supposedly it's meant to help us work more smoothly with Obo Squad and to test our capabilities as the Mayor's special envoys. Okay, so we're both going in person, I'm presuming. I spent the whole afternoon tuning the HDD device. It's pretty much done. You should take it easy and rest up for tomorrow's operation. Get to go to sleep. Immersive storytelling. Okay, Chapter 3. Do not go gently into that good night. In a dream made from electric impulses and numerical signals in Magus's memory... okay.
The Hollow hit City Center out of nowhere. Without support from the Obsidian Division, they won't hold for long.
I knew you couldn't count on Helios's warning systems.
Doesn't matter. We've seen worse, haven't we?
The track we're guarding this time is a key route for evacuating civilians and transporting aid. This is our last line of defense. The civilians are right behind us. We must hold the line.
Magus, you're late today?
You never miss Captain's pep talk.
Let me guess. You were off doing last-minute gear checks for us.
Really, that freaking Denny gun again? Or rather, actually, yeah. Okay, she must have gotten a bit of nostalgic then, when we got that one from the kid, huh?
Yeah.
Still, they've got a point.
Just a bit of friendly ribbing slash soft scolding with the thing.
Tardiness is unacceptable, soldier.
Obsidian Division. Agamemnon Squad assembled.
Obsidian Division, Agamemnon Squad, requesting backup. Obsidian Division, Agamemnon Squad, requesting backup.
Wasn't Agamemnon Squad's the other Survivors' squad? From Trigger's story?
Oh.
Fall back, Orpheus!
Fall back. No, we have to kill it, whatever it takes.
Actually, no, that Isolde is a member here, so it must have been a different squad. Because, well, they were the only survivor of that squad, and, well, clearly Isolde survived that. Or survived this.
Get back!
I'm from Yunkoi Summit. We'll hold the line from here. You can fall back now, comrades.
Everyone, we can still save them. And the civilians, they're right behind us. We can't back down. We cannot fall back. So, is this the end? Revenge. Against what? The Hollow?
That was a different voice.
Against everything.
Magus? Nagus? Nagus, were you dreaming again?
The big question, of course, is going to be how did they end up like that, huh?
Yeah. But that's normally when you put someone into a new body, usually that's not their own, it's usually like a robot or something, and not a
Mecha tail?
gun? What did you say?
Mecha tail?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that's probably going to be covered. We're probably going to find out throughout this chapter, huh? Okay.
Intelligent constructs don't dream. It was just leftover cache fragments tucked away deep in my memory module.
So, were you dreaming about the past again?
Okay, first idea is mind upload or mind copy.
It's a good thing you gave up your studies at the Meta School to enlist, Orphe.
What can I say? My brain can be a bit slow at times. Anyway, Magus, you talk in your sleep all the time.
I don't sleep. It's a self-diagnostic mode. And I've told you before, use my proper title while on duty, and stop eavesdropping on me.
It's hard not to eavesdrop on you when you are quite literally attached to her ass.
Yes, Captain Magus! I swear, I'll never listen to you sleep talking again. But given how you're always right behind me, it's kinda hard not to overhear.
I guess in a way you could say they quite literally have each other's back all the time.
God.
It's not sleep talking. It's echoes of residual signals from
Angie?
the vocal module during self-diagnostic mode.
Okay, I'm really curious now what is the story behind these two. Either they are a copy that is just trying to deny their previous humanity or something, or, well, could be that they split off from the original and are, well, very much frustrated by the remnants of who they were before, or the person who got uploaded, copied, or whatever the heck happened.
Yes,
It could also
Magus. I
Sorry?
swear, I'll never eavesdrop on your, whatever that was during self-diagnostic mode again.
It could be a lie.
True.
Like they don't want people to know they are someone uploaded into a construct.
Yeah, we had interactions with them before, but not really that much to glean from personality, well, somewhat personality-wise, but not much on their background and such. Or,
Still, it's strange. I actually overslept today. I mean, my self-diagnostic ran longer than expected. It feels like some kind of bad omen.
Somewhere Belle sneezes.
Are intelligent constructs superstitious too?
Well, I am just like you. An idiot who dropped out of school to join the military. Superstition is the only knowledge I've got that I can actually rely on.
Teardrops on the mouse/barrel. Also, is those three lines next to the eye, is that supposed to be them blushing? I need to keep an eye on that.
Maybe?
Enough
Yeah,
breakfast
they're
chit-chat.
gone.
Time to get ready for this morning's operational briefing, Orphe.
And I guess they even got a little freaking tie there.
Oh God.
Ugh.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Okay, just was handed something. I'll check that later. Some paper stuff. Captain Magus, Squad member Orphe, I've been waiting here for you. You left the sniper to wait here all alone? Is that how an assault trooper should operate, Orphe? Or that's not how an assault trooper should operate, Orphe. But you were the one who woke up late. Now I'm just picturing Orphe waking up before Magus and heading out and just dragging her along the ground. That would get them to wake up pretty quickly, I guess. Though that'd probably be uncomfortable to her as well, just sending vibrations up her spine. I told you that was a necessary systems check and maintenance. Now, getting into position early to cover their squad mates is part of a sniper's job too, isn't it? Oh, there's the rest in the background. Yeah, Soldier 11 and C to the right, and Isolde in the middle. Let's head to the operation briefing before the Colonel scolds everyone in Oval Squad for being late. Okay.
I just realized something. I think there might be a reference to, but it's a big if.
Oh.
Chimera.
Maybe. We do have a ram's head, sort of, with the horns.
Yeah, ram's horns, a serpent tail. Would she be the lion or lioness in this case? Like, it's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
It could be something else completely.
Noble Squad, assemble. Salutes Captain Magus. Even after all this time, Soldier 11 has remained disciplined and focused. That's what you call a model soldier. Also, he was quite literally made with a mold. Yeah? Aren't I a model soldier? You, Seeds, you're a soldier too. If you joined the Scout, Seed, you'd probably be an honor scout. I feel like there's a memory somewhere in my past. Something about being in the Scouts. If I weren't busy taking care of Seed Senior, I'd absolutely be an honored member. Captain, we've got about 12 or 13 push-ups worth of time before we're late for the operation briefing, depending on whether we're doing them one-handed or two. Let's hurry to the operation briefing, or we'll be punished for his problem as squad members before we even get the chance to become honored ones. Hello, soldier. Hello, captain. Hello. Looking sharp there, soldier. You must be a seasoned veteran, huh? I never even took part in the battle for the old capital. How could I possibly call myself a veteran? Veterans who've seen those kinds of battles, these days they're few and far between. So it's truly an honor to meet you. When I heard that Oboe Squad and Colonel Isolde would be joining the operation, I just knew we are heading for a glorious victory. A glorious victory. Being able to fight for honor, it's a privilege, really. Let's go, Orphe. It's time for the operation briefing. At Special Squads... I've heard so much about how amazing Oboe Squad is. Wow, they're even cooler in person. That bamboo called Mercury is so cool. I guess that visor is a bit too tight for them to actually see, well, these two in front of them. Okay. The members of Oboe Squad are gathered around the command table.
Good morning, everyone. Today's briefing is to discuss the tactical details for the raid on the Exaltis stronghold. Thanks to previous infiltration ops and documents from Porcelumix, we've gathered intel on several key Exaltis communication hubs within the Hollow. However, we still need more detailed intel on the exact location of their headquarters and the distribution of their personnel. Therefore, before the main force advances into the Hollow to launch a full sweep, we will deploy several elite squads to their comms outposts within the Hollow for recon. The first shot of this battle will be fired by Oboe. The results you achieve will be critical to the success of the operations that follow.
Leave it to me, Isolde.
Captain Magus, remember to use proper ranks during operations.
Getting that flipped around on them. Okay, so that does confirm that there are likely multiple cells active in the Hollow at once. And yeah, knowing where their headquarters are is going to be a big help in eradicating them. Otherwise, they might just scatter and vanish and eventually pop up again.
Yes, ma'am. After all these years, it's not like you don't know my bad habits.
Magus? Captain, you were the one lecturing me about that just this morning.
After all this time, we finally get to fight side by side again, Isolde. Colonel.
Ma'am, I heard for this operation, a special envoy from the city government will be assisting Obel Squad. Is that confirmed?
Yeah, Trigger was just telling me we've got a super capable and trustworthy friend coming to work with us.
Trigger is right. There will indeed be a guest from the city government joining us as a technical advisor to assist Obel Squad in the operation.
Okay, she sounds pretty happy about this as
Per the
well.
agreed arrangements, our guest will meet you all inside the Hollow.
Okay.
Well, read. Captain? Captain?
It's a core area currently engaged in porcelain product manufacturing. Vast supply chain. Not seeing too much interest here. Just basically describing the area as a factory floor, basically, or factory complex. Okay. Just notice that it seems to have gone dark real fast outside. Huh. Okay. Also,
The Exaltists have long plagued White Peninsula. Obsidian Division's mission is simple. Eliminate the source of this chaos once and for all. Their repeated failures have cost them dearly. Our task now is to eliminate the remaining stragglers and strike directly at their headquarters. We have obtained intel on multiple enemy strongholds. You will be deployed as scouts. Your objective is to investigate and pinpoint the enemy's main base. Blitz Squad will handle the frontal assault. You will also rendezvous with the technical advisor dispatched by the mayor and assist them in securing the key data. Aegis Squad, you will strike the enemy from the air, providing firepower and intel support for all units on the ground. Operation codename Blitz and Aegis. Obel Squad, gear up and get ready!
okay.
Obel Squad reporting in. We are the target Hollow.
Alright then. Nice little transition game. Okay, Orphe and Magus, or Magus. When Orphe and Magus are off-field, they can unleash different aftershock attacks based on their energy and recover bottled heat. With sufficient bottled heat, hold special attack to unleash EX special attack heat charge, granting the whole squad the zeroed-in effect, which boosts their abilities. Okay.
Squad in position.
Aegis Squad, report your position. Do you copy?
Copy, Captain Magus. Reporting in.
We're en route with the chopper. ETA 20 minutes. Landing at Blitz Squad 3 o'clock.
Primary objective, rendezvous with the mayor.
That animation.
Must be someone pretty important if they've got Obel Squad handling the pickup.
They're very powerful, but also a very nice person.
Oh, so what sort of person are they exactly?
Let's save the chit-chat for after the mission. Stay focused on the battle.
Oh, there they are.
The envoy and escort team are inside the building up ahead.
Okay, so I did have it right first.
By the way, why are we meeting inside the Hollow?
Yeah, good question again.
Magus is all about action. She prefers getting to know our partners in live combat scenarios rather than listening to someone introduce them.
Footing? All clear.
At least, that's what Colonel Isolde said.
You're making me sound like I'm some unreasonable, clueless kid or something.
Really?
I just hope the captain doesn't end up chewing out the envoy later.
Is Belle just completely ignoring their existence for a bit as they chatter on?
We've successfully rendezvoused with the target. Now, let me take a look at Colonel Isolde's intel report. Captain Magus, this is the Special Hollow Technology Consultant, the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operations, as well as the...
Wait, didn't Isolde say there was only one target? How many people are we talking about here?
Is that supposed to be them angry? Now, they were angry earlier with red eyes. Are they just surprised here? Belle?
No!
Hey everyone, forget the titles. Why don't you all just call me Proxy?
Belle?
So this is the amazing Miss Phaethon that Trigger and Soldier 11 were talking about. Turns out you're actually pretty down to earth.
I know who you are. You must be the infamous Phaethon they mentioned, right?
Trigger was definitely talking about the renowned Miss Phaethon.
Well, it sounds like Magus doesn't like us right off the bat.
Usually, only heroic characters are described as renowned. For villains, it would be...
If the other side is a villain, then working with them means we're on the side of villains too.
To be honest, I'm still a little uneasy about having a proxy join up with Obel Squad. I'm an old-timer who plays by the rules. No dramatic backstory, no need for wild adventures like the younger ones. So I've rarely had dealings with anyone outside the military. Especially someone from, well, the underworld, like you.
A hero working from the dark side, protecting the city in secret. I have to admit, that sounds pretty cool.
Okay, you're intentionally trying to piss her off now, aren't you?
Sure, I've heard stories of your accomplishments, but don't mistake that for me seeing you as a hero. Everyone walking the city has their own purpose, especially someone with a complicated background like you. But I hope your goals won't interfere with Obel's mission, or violate the Defense Force's principles. Otherwise...
If what you call your principles are genuinely just, and your aim is to protect others, then I'd say we're on the same side.
I hope so.
Whether I'm a villain or a hero, let's keep our focus on the mission. After all, we're still deep inside the Hollow, surrounded by Exaltists.
I'm going to take a guess that some of the others from Yunquay Summit helped them get here, because otherwise it would have been quite a risk for them to head here alone.
Regardless of your position, if you get things done, that's not bad in my book.
Next, I'll briefly outline the mission objectives and explain the role that Phaethon will play in this operation. As an expert Hollow guide, or a proxy, Phaethon will use the current map intel and Hollow data to chart the most efficient route for us, Obel Squad. At the same time, we'll provide cover for Phaethon as the proxy collects Hollow data and monitors the changes and activity of the miasma.
We've got plenty of trained scouts in the military. Can a proxy with no combat experience really handle such an operation?
Oh, they are the best of the best.
Captain Magus, according to the intel report and squad member accounts, the proxy has combat experience working alongside Trigger and Soldier 11. Sharper, more precise, and more perceptive than any scout. That's how Soldier 11 described the proxy.
I should have expected them to be plenty positive about us.
I don't think we've ever seen anyone who's earned the approval of both Trigger and Soldier 11 outside of our own squad members.
If no other squad members or Isolde have any objections. That wraps up the mission briefing. Don't fall behind, Proxy.
Yeah, they very much have objections still themselves, but, well, they're outvoted. Hello there.
There are more enemies than we expected.
Agent Squad, report your status! Agent Squad, come in!
Oh, great.
Captain and I got this! Oh no. Still no response.
Yep.
Electromagnetic interference is pretty common in hollows. But guessing from interference patterns, it might be the Exaltists intentionally trying to jam us.
Yeah, wouldn't be too surprised.
The enemy reinforcements just keep coming.
Yep.
Lit Squad is pinned down. Agent Squad, do you copy?
Enemy reinforcements spotted to the northwest.
Agent Squad.
Seed and the others should be okay, right?
Hopefully.
The way to get comms back is to disable the nearby jamming devices. Feels like the miasma around us is getting thicker. Ether activity is rising around us. Watch out for...
Got through that passage in the dialogue. Yeah, these two have some interesting animations with Maegers getting whipped around like a freaking club. Oop.
We're circling right above the enemy, Captain.
Searching for the mission target.
Okay, and now we get to introduce Seeds. After a basic attack, fourth hit, dodge counter, quick assist, or assist follow-up, press or hold attack to activate Falling Petal Slaughter. With sufficient steel charge, press a basic attack after a Falling Petal Slaughter to have Seed use Falling Petal's downfall, dealing massive damage.
Aegis Squad has reached the LZ. Lit Squad, do you copy? Comms seem to be jammed. Is Seed Senior's comm system still working?
No.
All the DACA.
Fuzzy with static.
Let's clear the nearby enemies first, then regroup with the captain ASAP. I wonder if the proxy, the envoy and the captain have met up safely.
There we go.
The area's all clear now. All those annoying pests.
Come in, Blitz Squad. Do you copy?
Seems that annoying signal interference is still floating around in the air.
The enemy control room is just ahead. It's packed with communications gear.
So, would this be called a military segue?
They have a one-wheeled Segway?
Found the jammer switch. I'll turn it off. As the switch flips down, the hum of machines somewhere in the comms room comes to a halt.
Agent Squad, come in.
Aegis reporting in. We read you loud and clear, Captain.
We just shut down the enemy's jamming equipment.
Serials keep emerging from the miasma.
They sure have a large reserve of miasma.
Aegis Squad, are there any ether transmission terminals inside the control room? Roger. New objective. Shut down the ether transmission system.
Yeah, Seed definitely doesn't sound like your typical soldier, huh?
Press the advantage.
Then again, have any soldiers outside of, well, Soldier 11 here been typical?
Yeah,
It's a switch link. It's a switch link to the ether transmission device. A successful decryption signal flashes from Senior's data port, and the once turbulent ether in the transmission system grows still. Swapping back over.
Remote support.
Nope.
In position.
Thank you, Trigger.
The ether transmission system has been shut down.
Great. That cuts off the supply of miasma.
Let's see here.
Eliminate the remaining enemies.
Yeah, the enemy is just a good Aurora. Oh.
She practically has to practically trip over to get mages to fire off their laser.
Finished clearing out the remaining enemies.
Okay.
Aegis Squad has successfully secured a data copy from the control room.
Excellent.
This is an ether research device built by Porcelumax. Alice calls it an Obscura. Obscura? That was in the report we handed over to Commander Isolde. Are these just regular ether research equipment? I doubt it's that simple. Anything tied to the Exaltus is bound to be suspicious. I felt something ominous too. Are you saying the Defense Force has some information on it? You'll get the intel when you need to know. For now, let's keep moving. A difficult person to work with. Don't be discouraged. Miss Special Envoy, I've been around the captain for a while and still think... Keep moving!
Those things look like coffins. They're kind of creepy.
What's a coffin? It's a thing where people are laid to rest.
Laid to rest? Oh, you mean like Seed Senior?
Okay,
What?
That brings up a big question. Also, there we go. Okay, I like the animations with the knife here. Once they start running, she throws it to Magus, and when they stop, back it goes.
Oh dear. Like, okay, the animations I agree is awesome, funky, and all that in a good ways. Though we should probably punish the captain for occasionally interrupting dialogue.
Yeah. Okay. Or safety first. Well, at least Orphe isn't running with scissors. And, well, she does hand it over to Magus, so... And they can't exactly run themselves, so technically they're not running with a knife.
I've hacked the unknown device. Now analyzing.
Oh, hello.
Network communication structure detected.
These devices are interconnected, probably forming part of a larger equipment array. By cracking part of the data, we can locate the other devices.
Looks like Proxy's quite the skilled hacker.
You're amazing, Proxy.
You're not secretly hacking into my brain while I'm asleep, are you?
Hey, come on. I'm a professional. I have standards.
Also, you shouldn't be sleeping during an operation.
50% complete.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Yeah. This is very much differently styled than the typical Marcel infrastructure, huh?
Yeah, also, the thing Seed Sitter has me worried.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the typical Marcel's, Marcel data structure is a lot more open. Here it was more like some sort of cathedral. Come on, game.
There we go.
Took long enough.
Wait. Go back. Anyone got marshmallows?
No. Besides, even if we did, Magus would yell at us about
Those
it.
are ether reactors made by Porcelumax. Not gonna lie, they look pretty ominous.
Porcelumax?
Yeah, that looks...
That's the company working with the Exaltists, right?
Not everyone in the company is bad. Hopefully.
Even if they're not all bad, plenty still played a part in this.
That might be true. But most ordinary employees were probably acting under pressure or coercion, right?
And what about you? Were you forced or pressured into becoming a proxy?
Okay. These obstacles are blocking Aegis Squad's path to our rendezvous points. Let's clear them while we wait for them. Yes, Captain Magus. Also, I'm going to not do as many voices with this because, well, there's just a bunch of them.
This is the only route Blitz Squad can take.
The mission went without a hitch. Great work, everyone.
And thanks to the envoy for all her hard work, too. You were also amazing in battle. I was just doing my duty.
Our Segway has rocket boosters. Okay.
Huh?
Seed, you've met them before.
Oh, it's you, Proxy.
You're Seed, right? It's been a while. We met briefly during the Porcelumix investigation.
I remember. Oh, Seed Senior says he remembers too.
No.
Shh, he's asleep right now, so he can't talk to you himself. But according to Seed Senior, you're someone who can be trusted. Someone worth trusting. Well, to be honest, it was Trigger and Soldier 11 who told Seed Senior first. And then Seed Senior told me.
Okay, Seed is a bit flowery.
Seed Senior? Is that the name of your mech?
Was that an intended pun considering her decorations?
Yep, and her name.
He's not a mech. Seed Senior is an intelligent construct, totally different from exoskeleton-based vehicles like mechs.
Oh, but... Oh, he was moving on his own earlier. So I'm also trying to get in because I think I hear something here. No. Okay. Something was making noise. I think, at least.
You carry the same scent as me, Proxy. You must be quite knowledgeable in this field.
What scent is that? Motor oil and
Did you
grease?
attend classes properly back in school, Proxy?
Well, technically speaking, it was more like they were sort of homeschooled by a researcher.
Strictly speaking, I never really went to a typical school.
Sounds like a lie.
You two have quite a unique way of talking.
The Defense Force, or rather, Obel Squad's comms channel, always seems to be tuned to a pretty unusual frequency.
Birds of a feather flock together, as they say.
The Proxy wasn't complimenting us, Soldier 11. You dummy.
Being able to tune into both Seeds and Soldier 11's wavelength at the same time. I have to say, you really are something special.
We're just the same kind of stupid.
Wavelength? Are Seed and Soldier 11 intelligent constructs too?
Yeah, I think we can see the divides in Obel Squad here quite clearly. We've got the two professionals and the two nutbags. Or the more naive ones, I guess you could say.
Bloody heck.
Still, winning over these girls might be easy. But as the commanding officer, I have to assess you with the utmost caution. All right, everyone, that's enough chit-chat. Let's not forget, we're still in the middle of a battlefield here. Although we've tracked down the Exaltists' communication outpost, it seems all that's left are supplies they didn't have time to evacuate with. We came up empty on both the location of the Exaltists' main base and the research data you were looking for, Proxy.
The most efficient way to move such a large amount of supplies in a short time would be through spatial fissures. The Exaltists have been operating in Lemnian Hollow for a long time. They must have access to fissure coordinates that the Defense Force doesn't know about.
Yeah, they know the lay of the land a lot better.
But no one knows the labyrinths of hollows better than Phaethon.
Phaethon's scales are like magic. Sounds way more impressive than a carrot.
Sounds pretty mysterious. Anyway, you're confident you can catch up with them, right?
Yeah, they're probably feeling pretty cocky since they have a head start, so they're probably not going at full speed.
I got this.
Hello.
Inside those devices, those are all sacrifices?
Seed, confirm the number of enemies.
Knocking onto hostile targets. Now we're all clear.
Strong silent type.
All enemies eliminated.
Okay, I'm going to guess that these, well, they look like they're carrying some sort of sacks on their back. I'm going to guess those are more, like, lesser sacrifices and such, not the, well, the big, strong ones.
I'm gonna guess those are more... yeah, the light infantry or the more mass-produced one compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
Like, the other ones are powerful, but you couldn't do many at the time, and they probably figured out a way to do it now. They're not as strong, but yeah, you can make many.
Yeah. And, yeah, strength in numbers can beat quality if it's in large enough amounts.
Yeah.
Okay.
They seem more stable compared to the other ones we see in the other hollows, so they're probably still more dangerous than your average ethereal.
Yeah. Let's see. Amid the thunderous stomps of heavy machinery and shrill, hysterical screams, Seed brings in the Exaltist captives.
The rambling old man is a little Seed's trophy.
The final sacrifice is about to begin. How can swirling dust compete with a blazing fire?
Do all the Exaltists talk like this? It's really hard to understand.
Seed, make him shut up.
Foolish unbelievers!
Hey, Seed Senior, you've got to be careful with how you treat prisoners.
Okay, for a second I thought she was quite literally putting a sock in him, but, well, she's not wearing socks.
They've done more than enough harm. Being gentle isn't exactly a priority.
What sets these Exaltists apart from typical villains is their fanatical devotion to the Creator. That often drives them to act unpredictably. Even if they act in the shadows without rhyme or reason, the miasma remains essential to them. If we follow that trail, it could very well be the weakness that brings them down.
These so-called fanatics are nothing more than villains who treat ether as a deadly poison corrupting New Eridu, aiding and abetting its destruction.
Yeah, the worst part is they think they're actually doing this for a greater good. It's just that their greater good doesn't care about how many victims it leaves along the path.
Let's see if they stay so devoted when confronted with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military grade high energy lasers.
Calm down, Captain Magus. As vile as the Exaltists are, not every member is guilty. Many innocent civilians were deceived into joining. In other words, not every Exaltist member deserves to be met with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military grade high energy lasers.
Plus, well, going full scorched earth on them would just get the survivors to feel vindicated for their beliefs and such. Like, see, if they struggle so hard to fight against us, that must mean that they know we are the true, that we are right, or something like that. Some other twisted logic.
We've hardly caught anyone yet, and you're already defending them? I know how to throw around grand quotes too. Like no snowflake in an avalanche ever feels responsible. You're awfully sympathetic towards these scumbags. Perhaps because you're one of them?
And why would we be helping you in the first place?
Enough! Captain Magus, I'm pretty sure your remarks have already exceeded the boundaries set by Commander Isolde's temporary protocol for addressing Phaethon, specifically the section designated for Magus.
Okay, what? I get the feeling that she is specifically restricted from calling us everything in her book of insults.
Huh? How come no one told me about it?
Never mind.
Don't speak harshly to your squad mates, and don't say anything that kills morale. That's what you taught us, Captain Magus.
I don't consider them a comrade. At least not yet.
Well, at least two of your team do.
Whether we're allies who can rely on each other, or simply partners with our own suspicions, let's stick to our duties, Captain Magus.
Wouldn't have it any other way, Phaethon.
There's a critical piece of intel that needs our immediate attention. What just emerged from the Obscura is a bioweapon created by the Exaltists, known as a sacrifice. These Obscura, and the factories that produce them, are scattered throughout Lemnian Hollow.
I'm guessing the Obscura... I was pondering to ask about that a bit earlier, what the Obscura actually do, but yeah, I'm guessing they're either for transporting sacrifices or refining ethereals into sacrifices.
Well, they originally meant for transporting miasma for experiments to, how to get rid of it and all that.
Yeah.
But the Exaltists probably figure out, oh, this can contain miasma even you leave the hollow with them. Let's use them as coffins, basically. Moment, like, they found a new way to use them, basically.
Yeah, and they could probably use them to smuggle sacrifices out of the hollows. Ugh.
Yeah.
Not just Lemnian Hollow. According to the data from Porcelumex and the intel Commander Isolde has gathered, there are a large number of Obscura placed throughout Yfei Peninsula. Over 300 of them.
And each of, well, what we just discussed, that sounds like there's 300 lesser quality sacrifices all over the place.
Over 300? Not even the entire Obsidian Division could deal with that many monsters.
Yeah, they did with the
entire Obsidian
Sorry?
Division would just end up as monster food.
Yeah, like there were a few. They did with 8 of them that just got woken up, so they could really handle them fine. But 300 of them at one go. Yeah, that's probably a bit much.
Plus, we don't have a choke point like the Persian army had to deal with when they had to deal with 300. These are all spread all over the freaking place.
We have to get this information to Command immediately. The Exaltists' actions may be far more dangerous than we had anticipated.
No, that's not right. Although I did come across Obscura shards tainted with sacrifice energy, There's still no solid evidence to confirm that the sacrifices and Obscura are directly connected. The Obscura devices I saw in Phylum Heights didn't all carry traces of sacrifice energy either.
Okay.
More importantly, creating a creature as powerful as the sacrifices would require an unimaginable amount of ether. There's no way the Exaltists have access to such an immense supply of ether and miasma.
Okay, so... And why are there 300 of those things all over the place? Like, I guess they could have shoved ethereals into them. But yeah. Would they have enough miasma to turn those into sacrifices? And, well, if those things were opened up before they're done, well, yeah, what would happen then would be a very curious question.
Or they would have destroyed New Eridu long ago.
Phew. Good thing the bad guys we're dealing with this time aren't that powerful. Yet.
The emphasis on the yet.
Hey, did you two completely forget that courage is a soldier's greatest virtue?
Captain, didn't you say that kind of talk is just something generals say to sound impressive?
And there is a point where courage crosses over into stupidity.
The proxy has a point, but there's definitely something suspicious about the Obscura and Wi-Fi Peninsula. We need to organize thorough inspections and patrols as soon as possible. Obsidian Division has already mobilized outside Lemnian Hollow. Those Exaltist rats will soon meet their end.
A fanatic's last stand is often the most ferocious. Everyone, stay sharp and proceed with caution.
After spending over a decade in the military, I understand that all too well.
What Captain Magus meant to say was, thanks for the heads up, Proxy.
That's not what I meant!
Okay, in the depths of the Lemnian Hollow, where even the proxy's eyes couldn't pierce the darkness. Hello again, Miss Sarah. The military's operation has started. You are to provide cover for the Overseer's ritual. Every action leads us closer to meeting our Lord. Everything for the Creator, Lady Sarah. But the Defense Force has overwhelming numbers, and we've taken heavy losses lately. With what little strength we have left, we don't need to achieve victory. Our mission is to buy time. Sacrifices are inevitable. Fortunately, the Defense Force isn't exactly driven by the noble duty they claim to uphold. As long as the Overseer completes the ritual, we've already won. May the Creator refine you. May the Creator refine me. Okay, what are they up to now? Yeah, I won't be surprised if we suddenly start getting orders that interfere with our ability to actually combat the Exaltists from that Lorenz guy. The Obsidian Division has temporarily taken over Seagaze Road as our base of operation. This will be our staging area for the upcoming mission. But there seems to be way more people at the base today? Probably some sort of operation being coordinated. Anyway, let's report back to Isolde first. Alright. Trigger? Thank goodness you're okay, Proxy. When you and the captain were surrounded by enemies, I was really worried about you both. My bullet almost didn't make it in time. That was a close one, but don't worry about me. Protecting you, Proxy, is our top priority. I mean, protecting citizens like you, Proxy. Orphe might seem a little hesitant at times, but she's actually a skilled and brave soldier. Captain Magus comes off as harsh and short-tempered, but she's the kind of person who would risk everything for her squad and for New Eridu. Or rather, she already has. Yeah, I was about to say that. Okay. What about you two? If it wasn't for Seed and Trigger shutting down the Exaltist equipment, the captain and I would have been in for one hell of a fight. Okay, certified gremlin noises. I mean, that was a big help, but Trigger and Seed Senior were just as important. The Exaltist systems were pretty basic. It just took a little tinkering to shut them down. Your ability to handle machines so effortlessly is amazing, Seed. I wonder if I could learn to do so with enough practice. It's talent, pure talent. I can always sense it. You've got a similar gift, right, Proxy? I'm going to take a guess that she has quite a few implants as well, similar to...
Oh.
Hmm?
You just made to see and Belle look strangely familiar to each other.
I guess if there might be a connection there, we'll have to see eventually.
All in all, the scouting mission was a success. Obel Squad took no casualties. Against our firepower, those Exaltist lunatics didn't stand a chance. It's honestly baffling how HSO and public security got completely outplayed by the Exaltists. Their actions are chaotic and lack any strategy. Though credit goes to Commander Isolde's flawless planning.
Don't think too highly of yourself and don't think too lowly of your enemies as well, or, well, you'll start making mistakes.
The proxy was amazing too, just like Trigger and Soldier 11 said. And just like all those rumors on Internet.
Huh? Orphe, since when have you been visiting sketchy sites like Internet behind my back?
Well, technically, she's always behind your back.
Calm down, Captain Magus. What you've dealt with so far are just the Exaltist scattered remnants.
Yeah.
I know. We already have the hollow coordinates for the Exaltist base. I'm not worried about a head-on clash. What worries me are those Obscura and the sacrifice creatures.
Leave the search for the Obscura to me and the city forces. You focus on the mission inside the Hollow. You can't just grasp at weeds. You have to dig out the roots. All this might just be a diversion by the Exaltists. By the way, Proxy, I heard your performance in the Hollow was top-notch as always. How's working with Obel? Has Captain Magus been giving you any trouble?
I'll have to think about that. I remember Captain Magus saying that Phaethon is a villain who should be dealt with using 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military grade high energy lasers.
Okay, we're sort of butchering things together, but...
You're taking things out of context to make me look like the bad guy. I'm a straight shooter.
A bit literally.
Got it. Looks like the temporary protocol for addressing Phaethon doesn't really hold much sway over Captain Magus.
It's all because I wasn't decisive enough. Please don't punish Captain Magus.
She's not the most soft-spoken, but Captain Magus and the squad have been doing their best to support me. And her military-grade high-energy laser is definitely reassuring.
Just throwing them under the bus and then pulling them out before they get run over.
All right. Without the proxy support, our operation wouldn't have gone this smoothly.
Okay, I still find it cute that they found a way to make a gun blush.
Oh dear, they actually have a blush thing going on now.
Yeah.
I guess this is the part where old grudges melt away and everyone makes nice.
But if you're that talented, why settle for the dishonorable role of a proxy? Why not join the military, earn a proper rank, and truly protect New Eridu?
Because we wouldn't have the freedom to do our own thing. As in, well, hunt down our teacher who is basically most wanted #1.
What's so dishonorable about it? The work we do in the shadows brings us closer to the light than many of those who stand in it.
You're being a little harsh today, Captain.
Proxy. How many unqualified civilians have you led straight into danger within the Hollows? And how many shady Hollow Raiders have you guided to dirty money?
You're right, Captain Magus. The underworld does have its dark side, but a lot of people are forced into it. They have to avoid the light and just try to survive in the shadows. And this grand, respectable world you speak of, is it really filled with nothing but righteous heroes? Is your defense force really so perfect? Every single person?
You...
All right, kids, enough bickering. The only villain here is the grumpy old Isolde. You're all brave, shining heroes, okay?
Looks like the captain got shut down by Commander Isolde again.
Okay. What I'm most interested in, besides how Magus ended up like this, is how the hell did these two get quite literally stuck together? Like, was that intentional or accidental or whatever?
Yeah, I'm curious. And why?
I'm guessing that Orphe works sort of as a, well, this is going to sound probably a lot more crude than it probably is, but she's probably working as a sort of life support for Magus.
Even the proxy's been lumped in with the kids. Looks like we're all in the same class now.
But yeah, I'm presuming that the two are symbiotic, as in one cannot survive without the other right now.
This concludes the briefing. Proxy, Major General Lorenz has expressed interest in meeting you. Would you mind coming with me later?
The Major General wants to see me? That can't be good.
Relax. I'll be with you.
Okay, we know that we can trust you at least. Okay. Adjutant, sir, the Major General's guest has arrived. I've actually no idea of how to actually say that word, so please follow me, you two. The Major General's tent is just beyond this tunnel. You follow the adjutant's lead and head with Isolde into the Major General's tent on the other side of the tunnel.
Sir, your guests have arrived.
Colonel Isolde, I heard that, Obel Squad has already obtained the coordinates of the Exaltist headquarters.
Okay, first impression, I'm already not trusting this guy. For one, just the look on his face. For two, that he couldn't even bother to fully remember her squad's name. And then again, I think we've been red-herringed in this game before, so...
That's correct, sir. The recon operation was a success. However, we also discovered something unexpected. There are numerous ether reactors installed around Wi-Fi Peninsula, known as Obscura, which may pose a significant threat.
You can handle the specifics with your squad. You know I've always counted on you. Just make sure I get results.
Yes, sir.
Among all the mediocrity in the Obsidian Division, Isolde, you're the one who truly stands out. I'm really glad I found you back then. Someone like you shouldn't be stuck on the front lines. I'm pragmatic, but I always make sure my subordinates are treated fairly. This is a big opportunity, but I went to great lengths to get troops into Wi-Fi Peninsula. So this mission is one we cannot afford to fail.
Yes, sir.
Ah, I seem to have forgotten about our guest. Isolde, the person beside you.
This is the officially appointed Hollow Technical Advisor and the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operation, Bell.
Welcome to Wi-Fi Peninsula, Ambassador Bell.
I've been in Wi-Fi Peninsula for a while now. Honestly, it's more appropriate for me and Swabian Temple to be the ones welcoming the Defense Force.
Swabian Temple? Ah, Yunque Summit. Pardon my memory, I nearly forgot our guest works directly under Mayor Mayflower. Mind filling me in, Colonel Isolde? Why is one of the mayor's personal agents, an infamous proxy, getting involved in Defense Force business?
Bell was appointed by the city as a technical advisor and envoy for Mayor Mayflower, sir. She's here to assist and oversee the Defense Force's operation.
Assist, huh? If the High Preceptor of Yunque Summit had shown up in person, perhaps I'd consider that worthy. And as for the supervision, since when does Mayflower get a say in when Obsidian Division pulls the trigger?
Sir, Bell is only here to assist Obel Squad. This has nothing to do with the main force's operations or command. All part of the agreement to keep the City Council from meddling with our military affairs in Wi-Fi Peninsula, which, I imagine, suits you just fine.
Of course. Your arrangements are always right on point, Colonel. This whole operation is running smoothly, thanks to you. Well then, since you're the Hollow experts and personally by the Mayor, it's only right that I give you a proper welcome. Unfortunately, military secrecy is of utmost importance, so I'm afraid I can't escort Bell to the more refined venues in the city for a proper celebration, at least for now.
Being honest, if we were offered a drink by this guy, I would just full on say no, because I would fully expect it to be spiked with something.
Colonel Isolde, until this operation is over, all of Bell's external communications and movements beyond Phylum Heights must be temporarily restricted.
That's a very unique way to treat a guest.
Yeah, more like a prisoner.
Major General, the Mayor and Yunque Summit might not be too happy about that.
That's an order, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
The people from Porcelumix are still waiting for me in Phylum Heights. Something about a banquet to welcome the Defense Force to Wi-Fi Peninsula. Typical corporate parasites. Always know how to adapt and survive. I'm afraid I won't be able to personally entertain our guest, Isolde.
Let's go, Madam Ambassador.
It calls them parasites one moment, but still goes to feast with them the next, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm fully expecting to... Well, would it even be backstabbed if this guy has just obviously never been on our side to begin with? Oh dear. I'm really sorry, Belle. You came here to help and this is how you're treated. Life in the military comes with its fair share of rules and restrictions. Major General Lorenz was a decorated officer during the fall of the old capital 11 years ago, and was promoted to a general after its fall. Over the years, he's been known for his rather overbearing conduct. Well, we've dealt with a quote-unquote hero before, huh? Who turned out to be anything but. Well, let's not bring that up too much. It'd be dishonest to say I like his style, but working under him has definitely given me a lot of opportunities and access, allowing me to investigate the truth behind the fall of the old capital. The truth behind it? To be exact, the cause behind my squad's failure back then. Magus has always been concerned about it. I'm getting off track. But the point is, you can count on us. Whether it's Obel Squad or any other Obsidian Division soldier, we'll give everything to protect you. Yeah, we can trust you. We cannot trust your general. After briefing you on the military operation, Isolde takes her leave. Talk about rude. When all the Defense Force generals this unpleasant? Restriction on going out and contacting the outside world? I might as well be a prisoner. But if we're just heading down to Sribian Temple for a quick break, they shouldn't stop us, right? Okay. Yeah, attempt to return to Sribian Temple. Proxy's been captured. You seem to be in a pretty good mood. Make fun of your comrades. Yeah, we're going to get stopped. Plan for the next mission. Mission recon is complete. Next up is... Guard duty really wears me out. Okay, is it just me or do these look a bit more like footballs than anything else?
Oh, come on! No, Captain, no, no, no. You may not come to them.
Yeah, we're clearly getting stopped here. Sorry, orders from above. You're not allowed to leave. Argue with facts that are threatened in a harsh and intimidating tone. I don't know who you are, but there is no argument to be had. Orders are orders. Yep. The argument draws the attention of several nearby soldiers. Huh? You okay there, Bell? Comrade, Bell is a special envoy sent by the mayor. Show some respect. The mighty Miss Bell has got taken down a notch. I'm just following orders. Also, how can we tell he's stern-faced when, well... we can't face him?
Oh, come on.
Following orders is a soldier's duty. I understand where this soldier is coming from. I hope you understand, Crimson Heron! Withdraw with head held high. So please don't make this difficult. Yeah, definitely more a prisoner than anything else.
Wait, I saw something. It's on that look for that one. Was that a snore or something?
Salutes.
Oh, salutes.
There's no actual animation for that.
Captain, Proxy made it through the interrogation unscathed.
A significant change in pulse, and your face isn't too pale. Looks like you passed the test.
What test?
You look so frail, Proxy. Who would have thought you had the makings of a soldier tough enough to endure enemy torture?
Okay, to be honest, talking with him was torture, but not that literally.
With you already calling me the villain, I figured I'd better get good at dodging torture.
The Major General may be tough to deal with, but interrogating the Mayor's envoy? That kind of thing doesn't happen in the Obsidian Division.
Isolde explains the Major General's orders to everyone.
Temporarily restricting the Proxy's movements and communications? What does that mean?
It means we've got your precious Phaethon locked away. No way out, and no texting or calling family.
You don't sound too happy about this.
That's just... so...
That's terrible!
Why are you smiling, Trigger? We can quite literally see it on your cheeks.
What a shame. I never thought the legendary proxy Phaethon would end up getting caught one day.
Okay, also, I'm getting a little bit annoyed that what we're choosing doesn't seem to really be reflecting on what gets actually said after.
On the plus side, at least the legendary proxy Phaethon was caught by Obel Squad. The Major General's idea of hospitality might be questionable, but for a soldier, orders are orders.
So, as much as we regret it, the legendary proxy Phaethon will have to stay put in Phylum Heights for a while.
Again, don't sound like you're enjoying yourself too much, Magus, or it might stuff a sock in you.
You sure you're sorry, Captain? I'm pretty sure you were holding back a laugh just now.
Don't worry. Obel Squad and the Obsidian Division are the first line of defense against the Hollows. We'll wipe out the Exaltists faster than you'd think.
Yeah, but is our freedom afterwards guaranteed? Or conditional? If even that.
And then the proxy will be free.
As ordered, a technician will now attach a tracker to the proxy and temporarily block all communication functions of their electronics.
There's no point fighting it, so you allow a soldier to fasten the tracker, more like an electronic shackle, to your ankle. Yeah, we could quite literally got an ankle monitor. Thanks to the Defense Force's signal jamming, the only wireless frequencies still functioning in Wi-Fi Peninsula are military ones. For now at least, say farewell to the friends anxiously awaiting your replies on Knock Knock.
My apologies, Proxy.
Okay, how long until all our friendly factions that aren't already here come storming over?
Oh dear.
For the Obsidian Division, orders carry more weight than mountains. I don't like restricting someone's freedom like this. And I'm not exactly your biggest fan. But I hope you won't hold it against Isolde or the squad.
I may not be a soldier, but I can understand the weight orders carry for all of you. If temporarily restricting my freedom helps the operation go smoothly and keeps the people of Wi-Fi Peninsula safe, I'll gladly go along with it.
I never thought you'd show such resolve, Proxy.
Says the revolver.
Don't worry.
Yeah, the revolve. Yeah.
Captain Magus keeping an eye on you? Just a heads up, she's not exactly the caring type.
Once again, Proxy, you have my apologies.
With comms and our movement restricted, things are definitely tricky. Luckily I can still reach out to Wise and Fairy through the HDD without the Defense Force noticing. Yeah, try putting a fucking jammer on my eyes, boss, motherfuckers. Right, as I'm thinking about this... Proxy, don't look so down. It's time for Obel's regular equipment maintenance. Come join us. Is that okay? You agree, Captain Magus? Making sure our tech folks have reliable gear is crucial, so if you want to drop by, Proxy, go right ahead. But I don't have any equipment on me. Not that I could fix anything even if I did. Really? I mean, I couldn't detect any gear on the Proxy, but I can't shake this strange feeling. I wouldn't be surprised if Bell has some more implants, or some more cranial implants other than, well, the eye ones that allow for connection with the HDD and such.
I think you want to read this, Captain.
Like the Proxy has some sort of device that feels oddly familiar. Is she talking about the eye implants? Don't worry, Proxy. Seed can be a bit hard to follow at times, but when it comes to tech, you can always count on her. Just keep her away from our damn eyes. It's just a routine maintenance check. Come on, Proxy, stop being so wishy-washy. Besides, there's no Pokemon here anyway, so you can't get any wishy-washy here. The whole squad is all here. Alright, time to start today's routine maintenance. Inspector on duty, squad member Seed. First up for inspection, Mercury. Mercury here. Let me take a look and see if this little Colby's got anything wrong with it. I always get nervous when Seed does my checkup. It's like I'm at the freaking dentist and I don't even have teeth. The antenna on the comms module seems a bit worn out. Can I remember to get those parts replaced? If Colby can't hear me on the radio during the operation, I'm gonna kick your butts. Aye aye. Next up is Trigger's sniper rifle. I'm counting on you again, Seed. You only need one look to tell your weapon's in flawless shape, just like always, Trigger. A sniper's weapon is their soul on the battlefield, after all. Boring. Now it's Orphe and Captain Magus' turn. I keep wanting to say her name as Magnus. Let's get this straight. You're not laying your finger on me. Oh, will a hand do instead, then? Calm down, Captain. Quit swinging around my tail. Your exoskeleton is in good shape overall, Orphe, but your tail shows way more wear. No doubt due to the Captain's reckless fighting style. The Captain gives her it all in combat. I'll try to stay in sync with Orphe's movements.
Wait. Does that mean she actually has a tail? And they attach on top of the actual tail?
Maybe. It could be similar to what we've seen with Nekomata's tail, that it could be a sort of sleeve over it, and that that Magus is attached to the end of it, or it could just be that the entire tail is synthetic. As for Captain Magus, you're using that nitro fuel oil again, aren't you? So you can stand that smell pouring out of your gun barrel. Really? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you seriously attacking your captain's dental hygiene? Yes. And finally, it's your turn, Proxy. Where should I start? Maybe with the MP3 player that's been on our hip this entire time? I'm pretty sure I wanted to draw attention to, but never did.
I don't think that's an MP3 player.
Yeah, but it looks like one.
Way too big! I have one!
It's more like a Walkman. Actually,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
CD
surprised if
one,
there's
probably.
those old, if there's some MP3 players that are made to look like those old Walkmans.
If they are, they probably, hopefully have a lot of memory.
Yeah.
And extra functions.
Seed stares straight into the Proxy's eyes. Impossible as it seems. It almost feels like she can see right through to the HDD. That can't be possible, right?
I say, look at her face. She almost looks like she could be related to Belle. I don't know if it's just from the way she's spoken or that's intentional.
I guess we'll have to find out. Wouldn't be surprised if Helios Academy was doing more than just ocular implants and all such. Well, they probably had dozens of stuff going on at the same time. And it is very obvious that Seed here has been pretty sheltered in terms of a lot of stuff, like the fact that she didn't know what a coffin is. Your eyes are crystal clear, Proxy. All systems good. Inspection complete. You were just looking for an excuse to stare into the Proxy's eyes. Now that everyone's finished their equipment checks, you're dismissed. And get some rest to make sure your gear serviced at the armory. Okay, good thing that Magus doesn't put too much value on Seed's, on the immediate meaning of Seed's words, or she gets suspicious.
Gwen Reed?
Hey, Proxy, don't forget to look after your eyes too. No doom scrolling past bedtime. You confirmed that the military really is restricting your freedom of movement with Oval Squads. You then return to the tent to rest. The tent offers some cover from the soldiers' gazes, and reestablishing the connection with the HDD brings a small sense of relief.
Pardon?
Yes, Fairy?
As Master's supreme assistant and a thoughtful, all-purpose AI, I would never sit back helplessly while Master's freedom is being restricted, unlike the second assistant.
We're starting this up again.
You really can't stop chasing that first assistant title, can you?
No, she can't chase it if she's already got it.
When will you finally understand that as her sibling, I'm irreplaceable?
Alright, you two, enough arguing. I'm just the pitiful, useless captured proxy here, while you two are elite hackers, okay?
Negative. Although Master was unfortunately captured, Master remains an elite hacking expert.
Save your useless sympathy, First Assistant. Luckily, not even the Hollows can interfere with the HDD's unique signal, so the Defense Force's jamming is barely an inconvenience.
Still, I was the one who actually encoded the anti-jamming signal.
Which means Bell can still reach me through the HDD, and EOS's deep dive can continue as planned.
I saw some new data with my ion plants in the Hollow. I need you to run some calculations.
Guess we might get a bit more info about those implants as
Whether or not
well.
the military's info checks out, nothing is more trustworthy than your calculations, Fairy.
Affirmative.
You're just here for moral support, Weiss.
Additionally, I've made a full copy of the military intel files that EOS and Master saw.
If the Defense Force comes knocking because you did something without permission, make sure they know Second Assistant and your Master had nothing to do with it. Anyway, leave the rest to me and Fairy Bell, just like always.
Then leave clearing out the Hollow to me and Noble Squad, just like always.
The Defense Force's mission is bound to be dangerous. Be careful, Bell.
Yeah, not going to be surprised if Lorenz tries to maneuver us into a position where we'll be forced into danger. The Batman needs you feel so foreign. You hardly rest well that night, but as with all things, it eventually passes. And commotion rises from the outpost beyond the tents. Oh? That's Sorphy and C's voices. Let's go check out what's happening. Did she spill the beans? Oh no, it's a... little Bangbu. Is this the little one you brought back from the Hollow? Okay, is it just me or her Seed's noise is quite a bit louder than the others? Also, just look at how freaking thick the bottoms of Orphe's shoes are. It's gotta be like 3 inches or something. Anyway. Yes, Captain, the Bangbu squad seems to have been attacked. I've received the Bangbu's distress signal and rushed over. But what about the soldiers in the squads? They were all lying there covered in blood. I mean, they're not breathing, kind of lying there. Let's pay our respects. This Bangbu probably recorded what happened when they ran into the enemy. It's badly damaged. Do we really need technicians at base? Cough, cough. Yeah, let me fix up the Bangbu. Roxy, you know how to fix a Bangbu? Please help this little guy. I'll leave it to you, Roxy. Okay. Oh, it's a line this time. So, well, let's align all of this then.
You call this a line?
It's not a straight line, but it's a line.
It would still count as a line, yeah.
The video footage is restored and images from inside the Hollow stream out through the Bangbu's data ports.
All units be advised. At 3 o'clock, 300 meters. A cluster of miasma. Ethereal presence confirmed.
Okay, so the Exaltus have stopped playing around and pulled out the quite literal big guns.
Something's off. Are those humans coming out of there? Hey, look! Someone's crawling out of the miasma. Why are they wearing Defense Force uniforms? They're coming closer. And they're armed!
Gunshots ring out from a distance.
We're under attack! Fight back! Enemy spotted at 3 o'clock. More at 5 o'clock. Oh, is it the Exaltus troops in disguise?
Gunfire echoes all around.
No, they emerged from the miasma. They're definitely not alive. What the are we seeing the dead in broad daylight? Ethereal or monster, just take them down! Reporting in, we've got casualties! We've got another wave of hostiles!
The deafening gunfire grows louder, gradually drowning out all the voices. The gunfire and voices gradually fade away, and everything returns to silence. White noise grows louder. Skipping ahead.
It's just as the Overseer said. Even a miracle like resurrection is nothing for the Creator.
Don't let joy blind you, my dear brother. Until we stand before the Creator, every miracle is just a small step toward the gate of the final domain.
Don't worry, my joy hasn't clouded my judgment, and my knowledge as a researcher remains sharp.
The fact that he gets called Wild Priest has me doubt that.
The large-scale miasma activation experiment has already begun ahead of schedule. They'll never catch up to us on our path to the Creator.
The footage ends abruptly. The Bangbu recording the data seemingly couldn't hold on any longer. Oh, soldiers crawling out of the miasma. They look like the dead brought back to life. Dead? They're dressed in military gear from the old capital. Stuff from 11 years back. If they truly are the dead returned... Oh, someone's going to have their PTSD smashed into their gun face.
This probably explain... Oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
They have... Like, you know what it does to live in organic and stuff, but... Yeah, I have been wondering what the heck it can do with dead bodies. Apparently they have...
Yeah.
Figured out a way to... They might be able to do something with dead bodies to begin with, but... This seems to be more, in their terms, refined version.
Yeah. My biggest question now, though, is are they quite literally resurrecting corpses, or are they calling them forth from memories within the miasma or something?
Oh dear.
Yeah, how could they be the ghosts of those old soldiers if they're shooting at their own squad mates? They're not the undead, more like some kind of miasma creature. Still, the fact that these creatures take on the form of former Defense Force soldiers means their creator... It means knowledge of the Defense Force might be beyond our imagination. Besides, yesterday's recon mission went perfectly. We didn't let any cultists escape, so there's no way the Exaltists should be aware of our progress. We need to report this to Isolde. Let's go, Proxy. Yeah, this is bad news. They can conjure reinforcements out of fucking nowhere. Together with Obel Squad, you brief Isolde on what you saw in the footage.
The Exaltists have already figured out that we're launching a full-scale operation?
You were saying?
So far, only Obel Squad's scouting mission involved direct combat. What that recon team ran into was likely just an unfortunate accident.
Let's be fully honest, the thing that makes the most sense here is that, well, the Major General informed Porcelumex, and Porcelumex informs the Exaltists. Most likely, but, well, not confirmed yet.
But your operation was flawless, and no part of the plan was leaked. That means either the Exaltists are more perceptive than we thought, or some unit acted outside my command and carried out an unsanctioned mission.
Also possible.
But Lorenz handed over command of this operation to you.
So if we rule out interference from higher up, the only one who could have mobilized troops without the Colonel's approval is...
Mm-hmm. Only the Major General himself.
Yep.
Looks like Colonel Isolde has it even tougher than I do when it comes to dealing with a demanding superior.
Orphe, you don't actually think I'm that difficult to deal with, do you?
At this point, arguing with my superior won't do any good.
So if we want the raid to stay on track, we'll have to strike even faster.
While I usually think you're a little too reckless, Magus, this time I agree with you.
Yeah, we don't know enough about these zombies, or miasma zombies. Guessing this might be the best word for now. But we can't wait for them to summon more and more of them.
Swift as the wind, fierce as fire, and unknowable as shadow. That's the essence of Blitz tactics. At least according to a Yunque Summit scroll.
No.
Since the enemy already knows we're coming, let's seize this rare opportunity and strike before they're ready.
Obel Squad, gear up and get ready!
Nope, time to blitzkrieg.
Yes, Captain Magus.
I'm about to start deploying troops to launch the offensive. Proxy, both the battlefield and the hollows can shift in an instant. Make sure you're fully prepared. We aren't as ready as we could have been. The Obsidian Division will handle the battlefield, but when it comes to the hollow, you're the only one we can count on.
Leave it to me. On my reputation as a legendary proxy and my honor as the mayor's envoy, I won't let you down. I'm counting on all of you, too. Please, don't betray the trust the people have placed in the Defense Force.
Save it. We're well aware.
What the captain means is, Obel never fails a mission.
This operation has two main objectives. First, to gather intel on the miasma soldiers. Second, to eliminate key Exaltus bases. Get ready and move out. In a surprise attack, every second counts. Yep, let's move out. Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing since it's unlikely that the Exaltus have the actual corpses of the soldiers, then again, well, people who die in the Hollow are probably unlikely to have their corpses retrieved. But even then, it's been 11 years, so I don't think they have them in I don't think they have them in storage for 11 years. So yeah, I think they are just summoning them as memories.
The deployment of forces beyond Isolde's plan has put the Exaltists on high alert, like a startled bird ready to flee. We can't risk the Exaltist core members escaping right under our noses. We have to strike quickly and hit their key bases.
Based on the intelligence we have, the target's stronghold in this operation is very likely the Exaltist's main base.
I'm not usually one to spoil the mood, but from what I've seen of the Exaltists, they're not that easy to pin down. Which raises the question, can we really trust the intel from the Defense Force?
You really know your way around intelligence and information warfare, Proxy. But it's Isolde's strategy and intel that have been key to the Defense Force's success so far. I understand your concerns, but I've no reason to doubt the reliability of Isolde's intel.
Okay.
Captain Magus, you sure have a lot of trust in Commander Isolde, don't you?
That's because Captain Magus and Commander Isolde were comrades in arms. They fought side by side years ago.
Technically, fighting side by side isn't exactly accurate.
No.
Yes, Isolde and I go way back. She's a comrade, a senior, and my commanding officer. In fact, Obel Squad itself wouldn't exist without Isolde's support and guidance. If I can't trust Isolde, then there might not be anyone left in Obsidian Division I can trust.
Just saying that right when right next to Orphe here.
I understand. So please believe me, when I'm acting as your proxy, my one and only goal is to lead you all to where you're meant to be.
Okay.
The Defense Force people are here.
Yeah. Who goes there? Petty thugs blocking the way to the Creator.
The Creator will not forgive them.
Yeah, we don't know need your shitty creators.
The way for our master's return.
Wait, return. Oop. Ah, damn it. Yeah. Yep. Did not mean to shoot that. Encrypted documents detected on this device. Accessing. Answering the Overseer's call, wrongfully killed soldiers rise from the underworld, cloaked in flames of vengeance. As for why the Defense Force soldiers would fight for us, the Overseer was rather vague. Perhaps they too were blessed with witnessing the Creator's true form in the underworld. The files stored in this device are incomplete. The remaining intelligence needs to be obtained elsewhere. Wrongfully killed soldiers? But those ones emerging from the miasma were wearing 11-year-old uniforms, and they died protecting New Eridu. These exalted scum. How dare they desecrate the honor of fallen soldiers? Unforgivable. The approaching footsteps have everyone on guard, but then what they see is the sight of Allied uniforms.
Which unit are you in? According to Commander Isolde's orders, aside from Obel Squad, there shouldn't be any other squads assigned to raid this base.
Let me guess, you got sent by Lorenz?
Isolde may be the acting commander for this op, but our
Yep.
squad reports to Major General Lorenz.
That's just adjutant.
So, these idiots are the ones who alerted the Exaltists to our plan. And it was all under orders from the Major General?
Mind your tone. The Major General sent us because he was worried you wouldn't be able to handle this alone. We're here to support the operation.
Right, and totally not to shoot us in the back the moment we return, huh?
Support the operation? We were just out there fighting alone as a single squad.
That's right, and we really do appreciate it. Without you taking the brunt of the Exaltists' attention, we couldn't have made it to their headquarters from the flanks so smoothly.
And extract their key figures, I'm presuming.
We have to apologize. We accidentally beat you to it and ended up taking the credit for wiping out the Exaltists' main base.
Credit? That's meaningless. Is this really the attitude of new recruits in Obsidian Division these days?
Acting all high and mighty. You're just a gun. Do you really think yourself so important? I may be a rookie, but at least I'm not a washed-up old dog like you.
Watch it! The captain has given everything to protect the city. You don't deserve to...
It's okay, Orphe.
No, I honestly was expecting her to explode at that.
As long as they really did take out the Exaltists, then they've helped safeguard New Eridu, which makes them our comrades.
Even among comrades, there are plenty of annoying ones. If you ask me, we should just take this guy away and cover it up as an accident caused by an Exaltist attack.
Hey, are you threatening me?
Maybe.
Stay focused, soldier. Answer me. Has the Exaltist's base been completely cleared?
That's a no.
Several preachers took advantage of the chaos to escape. We had other orders to carry out, so we didn't have time to pursue them while clearing the base.
Other orders? What could be more important than wiping out the Exaltists?
Destroying any evidence linking them to the other half of Porcelumex or, well, Lorenz.
Bunch of fools. They can't even handle something this simple properly. Obel soldiers, let's move out. Once again, it's up to us to clean up after these fools. Obel, gear up and get ready.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Count on me and Seed Senior.
Okay. Let's see. Or I just like sort of. I like sort of. I just sort of like Ophelia's get-up. Yeah, she. Her outfit is pretty cool. Oh, and here are the undeads.
These second-rate troops sure are surprisingly good at messing things up. Who would ever call this an ambush? We've already failed half of the mission's objective.
Okay. Encrypted documents detected. We may be working with poor Salumex, but they aren't exactly saints. They'd sacrifice everything for profits. The soldiers didn't die protecting the city. The truth is, the file ends here without warning. There's a record of the hardware being moved, but the missing data cannot be retrieved. Damn it. Of all places, the data had to be missing at the most crucial parts.
Captain, look at the monitor.
Yeah, it's the symbol again. The soldiers didn't die protecting the city? What have these exalteds learned? It's nothing but a distraction they planted on purpose to mislead us. Still, it's clear the exalteds remnants were spooked by the Mayor General's unit acting so recklessly. That's why they moved the key data early. Guess we have no choice but to press on. Okay, it could be that they learned something, or it could just be propaganda.
Elite targets have appeared.
Elite targets. Just the kind of fight Oval Squad's been waiting for. Get behind me. Recalibrating.
Oh, there we go, just firing the laser. Get more laser. There we go. Let's see, alright. It's really nice color-wise, too, and the pattern looks nice on the jacket part.
Everything is moving along smoothly, Mr. Lucro.
We'll be counting on you again this time.
Why the fuck are you here in person? Like, wouldn't you at least be smart enough to use an uncapitalized proxy?
You're here in the hollow. In person?
You're the squad Isolde spoke so highly of. Codename Obel, wasn't it? This is quite a surprise. You arrived even faster than I expected. It's just as Colonel Isolde said. You're quite a capable squad.
Given that you're leading this entire operation, I'd expect you to be at the command post. And the person with you is...
You must be Mr. Lucro. We met briefly at the Porcelumex Safety Inspection Reception Banquet.
A reception banquet? For a safety inspection? That makes no sense.
Yeah, basically a bribe banquet.
This, gun certainly has a blunt matter of speech. Anyway... we are acquainted from the banquet, aren't we? Also involved with the Obsidian Division, I see. For someone so young, you must have made quite the impact with the military.
Not so, Mr. Lucro. This young lady is the mayor's envoy, specially sent by the kind-hearted Mr. Mayflower to oversee our work.
I'm just doing my duty. Please, the title of envoy is a bit too much. I feel like it's a little too high and mighty.
So you're a distinguished guest from city administration. My apologies. Please excuse the poor welcome.
Okay, I'm just fully expecting them to try and kill us here.
So, what brings you here, Major General, Mr. Lucro, and these troops who've been acting without Colonel Isolde's orders?
My troops and I have our reasons for being here.
Yeah, it's called being corrupt.
You're a veteran, Captain Magus. Even if you don't fully grasp what overstepping means, you should at least know not to ask about classified military matters. Mind your tongue, Captain.
Yeah, they don't have one anymore.
After all, besides your sharp tongue, there's not much else you have left.
Major General,
Shouldn't we be going? Staying too long in areas with high ether activity isn't good for my health.
You're right, Mr. Lucro.
Escorted by the troops, Lorenz and Lucro withdraw from the stronghold.
Aside from that clerk I met at the Special Military Affairs desk, these are honestly the two most annoying people I've ever had to listen to. Sorry, Captain Magus. It was wrong of me to speak disrespectfully about a commanding officer.
I'll let it slide this time, Orphe. If I weren't afraid of getting you all tried at a military tribunal, I'd have turned every curse word into high-energy laser blasts right at their faces.
Okay, now I'm just picturing that every time they are firing their laser, they're just slinging every curse possible.
This place is not only a key Exaltus stronghold, but also one of their major research facilities. One of Porcelumex's executives previously worked with the Exaltists. Many of their facilities were originally Porcelumex's assets as well. And now under Lucro's lead, Porcelumex has formed ties with the Defense Force. It's clear why they're here.
Lucro is playing both sides.
You're making my head spin. Isn't it just those two plotting how to profit?
Goodness, Commander Lorenz is such a bad person.
Orphe is still caught up in that naive teenage mindset of seeing the world in just good and bad.
And ironically, Magus is much the same.
Goodness, Orphe. You really are a fool. But I can't say you're wrong this time. They chose to meet in the Hollow, likely to stay under the radar. Either way, Obol's mission continues. Everyone, we keep pursuing the escaping Exaltists.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Somewhere in the Lemnian Hollow, illuminated by flickering candlelight. Oh, hello there. Great Overseer, the Defense Force took the bait just as planned, and they're feeling pretty proud of themselves. Perfect. They've wasted enough time on meaningless distractions, and that foolish general thinks he's already claimed enough victories. They won't be throwing major forces at us anymore, though the price was nothing more than a few necessary sacrifices. They died for their faith, Overseer. Besides, the troops you brought back from the underworld were a huge help. Soldiers fighting soldiers. It's cruel, really. Still, if it's for the right cause, then even you and I must be willing to give our lives. Absolutely. If that greater purpose is an audience with the Creator. I know you have other intentions, but you'll still open the path to the Creator, won't you, Great Overseer? Yeah, I think Sarah is definitely having plots of her own besides this. She's going to throw him under the bus the moment she needs to. I've wandered in confusion along this path more than once, but the whispers I heard were true, without a doubt. Once I've achieved my goal, I'll open the path to the Creator for you. And what is that goal then? Revenge? Which means your sacrifice and mine are justified. But Phaethon is with the Defense Force right now, and that one's a real handful, not the type to let things go easily. And that elite squad of theirs has been a serious thorn in our side. I've noticed. A youngster may be an unexpected variable, but I've already set the course for how their tale unfolds. Don't back them into a corner unless you have to. Your arrangements are reasonable. May the Creator refine us. Okay, we've drawn their personal interest now, huh?
And the whispers they think about, like, Alona did say there is something going on with the Ethereals, like they look like they're just not random mutation, there seems to be something behind it.
Yeah.
I just been proving more correct.
Cheers and laughter echo from the military camp, which has been so quiet the past few days. Why is the Defense Force base so lively? What's going on? Let's ask around and see what the soldiers know. Oh, a new face, and not in uniform either. You must be that outside help for the, what was it? Apostle Squad? Thanks to the brilliant leadership of the Major General and his adjutant, we've secured an easy victory. Too easy a victory. Sure, you didn't land the big win, but you still played a part. Hey, what's that look? We're celebrating our victory here. Don't be such a buzzkill, okay? Oop, hello there. If Obel Squad hadn't broken through head-on, our plan to strike from the flank wouldn't have gone nearly as smoothly. They're the ones who put in the work and got results. Shouldn't they get most of the credit? Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if a good amount of the Major General Squad was just normal soldiers following orders, and only the adjutant and perhaps some of the others being in the know of, well, their boss being corrupt and such. Oop. Our squad was the first to break into the Exaltus headquarters, and this time we're going to take all the credit. Hello there. Welcome back, Envoy. I've been waiting here just to make sure you return safely. You're really laying it on thick, huh? I'm no big shot or anything. Such modesty. Still, if you're acting on behalf of the Mayor in Defense Force matters, I'm sure your words hold real authority with the city administration. We owe it to to the Major General's forces that we were able to reclaim a significant cache of porcelain without incident. Assets Ferox had handed over to the Exaltists, which are in fact Porcelumix's property. It's quite the haul. The Mayor General and I go way back. He may not be the most charming guy, but he's someone you can count on. I know I'm just a shrewd, profit-minded trader, and I also know there has been some bad blood between you and the Major General. But that doesn't stop me from seeing the potential for us to work together in the future. Someone like you always brings value to the table, so naturally, I'm pleased you made it back in one piece. About the Obscura. It's true that certain individuals within Porcelumex, including Mr. Ferox and his team, engaged in unlawful activities with the Exaltists. The shameful and pathetic Mr. Ferox is now in custody, and with the Mayor General's support, we've tracked down his subordinates who escaped into the Hollow. Porcelumex is clean of any further criminal associations. Yeah, I very much doubt that. Regarding the so-called Obscura devices, well, they were created through Ferox's dealings with the Exaltists. I'm not clear on their scientific worth. Still, they're made of costly porcelain, so they belong to the company. We'll recover each of the Obscura once the Defense Force finishes assessing their risk. Right, and I'm going to guess that their risk assessment is going to come back as no risk at all, and, well, turn out to be an absolute risk. Their risk?
Oh dear.
Yes, Colonel Isolde stated in the report that the Obscura could pose an extreme risk, even going so far as to order an evacuation of Wyford Peninsula for public safety. It's gotten too dangerous. Looks like it's time for me to leave Wyford Peninsula. Take care of yourself. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the only people we can trust at the moment are Obel squads. These guys sure know how to take it easy. They're already planning the victory party right after winning. So, what's the Defense Force's next move? Next move? There isn't one. The Major General believes the key members of the Exaltus have been wiped out and our base cleared. As far as he's concerned, we've already won. I never thought victory would come so easily. The Exaltus won't be that easy. And what about the Obscura in the city? You've faced the Exaltus more times than anyone, Proxy. Your insight is valuable. But even so, the Obsidian Division can't keep pouring resources into chasing down a minor outlaw group. Minor? These are a major terrorist organization. As for the Obscura, Colonel Isolde is taking our intel and the risk posed by the sacrifices very seriously. She's already preparing to evacuate the citizens of Wi-Fi Peninsula. Speaking of her, where is she? We'll stay on guard here to protect the civilians until everyone's been evacuated and all Obscura in the city have been cleared. It's thanks to Isolde's leadership that we were able to locate so many Obscura across the city before the operation began, too. Did the Colonel know about the risk of the Obscura all along? Since everyone's taking a break, why don't you relax a little too, Proxy? I'm heading back to the camp with the captain. Wanna join us for a bit, Proxy? Despite your doubts, with cheers ringing out through the night all around you, you find yourself taking a brief rest by the firelights with the two soldiers. As Obel Squad settles in at their quarters, the troops are already preparing to celebrate, which would make now the exact best time for a surprise attack, huh?
Yeah, and also, the thing you keep calling them, I don't think that term fits them. I think they're way worse what you're calling them.
Oh? What would you call them then?
Well, basically they're not doing this out of terrorizing people. They're actually doing for, well, for something that is obviously controlling them.
Well, I'd say them gassing Wi-Fi Peninsula with miasma would definitely count as a terrorist attack.
Well, here's the thing. They're actually their own full-blown out faction at this point. A hostile one that's been... we could probably call them a secret society level. Like, they're no joke.
Yeah.
Everyone! The Exaltis, the threat that plagued Wi-Fi Peninsula, have been wiped out under our thunderous assault. Once again, we've brought justice and victory to the people of New Eridu, like every triumph before! Give it up for yourselves, soldiers! Cheer for victory!
Cheers rise up from the gathered soldiers.
I should say this. The term company use, I don't want to use the term. Is there a serious one? I feel like the Exaltis is something else. That is maybe worse.
For our brilliant commander, Major General Lorenz!
Cheers her up once more.
I hate to be that girl, but isn't it a bit early to celebrate?
Way too early.
That commander sure seems to be soaking up the cheers.
A typical big shot, huh?
Yeah, exactly the same as Bringer.
You're right to be concerned, Proxy. There are still Exaltist stragglers roaming inside and outside the Hollow, and the Obscura in the city haven't been fully inspected yet.
As far as I know, the key Exaltist leaders are still on the loose. They've managed to slip away after every encounter so far. The Exaltists will still be a threat until they're taken out. Even though Mevarok was severely injured by Ishu and Shifu, and the Exaltists suffered heavy losses, there's still no sign of them backing down. Miasma activity is still spreading. Key people like Sarah still hold major influence.
And they're likely building forces in other hollows. And I just noticed that the metal on the Orpheus horns look like they are going over an actual horn instead, but before it looked more like they were entirely, well, prosthetic or bionic or whichever.
Yeah, we usually see it for certain angles. We haven't a proper look at it like now.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out.
High Preceptor of Yunquai Summit. I've heard the name before.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out what I would call the Exaltis. Like, I understand why you call them the T word, and it's still a serious thing. I make it like that. That's still a serious thing. But I feel like it might not be correct term for the exaltist. But I feel like they, while similar, they also different in other ways.
It's also just the fact that, well, clearly different cells act in different ways and such, some through more subversive methods and others through more direct ones. Let's see how Magus may have heard of Yi
See
Xuan.
Colonel Isolde anywhere? As the operations leader, shouldn't she be here to celebrate?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she's been kidnapped.
Isolde has been unwell recently and went back to the city to rest. She's also been absent from meetings over the past few days.
Maybe the commander's like Proxy and isn't fond of these kinds of gatherings. She might have just found an excuse to slip away.
You might be right. That does sound like her.
I'm still suspicious.
In any case, we've dealt a heavy blow to the Exaltists. And after fighting on the verge of life and death, the soldiers really needed a victory to boost their morale.
That doesn't sound like something our strict Captain Magus would say.
Think of it as me trying to lift everyone's spirits. As soldiers, it is our duty to obey orders.
Yeah, but what if these orders are illegal or, well, counteractive to your actual, well, objectives?
So even when we have doubts, we can't launch investigations on our own.
If you take action without orders, you'll be standing trial at a military tribunal. I might not mind, but I'm sure Seed Sr. would stop us.
I don't want anyone ending up in front of a military tribunal either.
Right. Since it is a military order, the Major's restriction on you can't be lifted until the operation is officially concluded. Sorry about that, Proxy.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that it's never going to be officially concluded.
I understand. Obel Squad and all the other soldiers have already given so much to protect New Eridu. Everyone should enjoy this hard-earned victory.
Thank you, Proxy.
But as Phaethon, I have no right to stop moving forwards.
Oh.
Easygoing guard on duty. Excuse me, Miss Special Envoy? The Colonel asked me to pass on a message. Some bigwig from TOPS is here to see you. TOPS? Don't ask me about the specifics, you'll just have to go see for yourself. Can't be Lucro since we already spoke with them. Hello? Who the hell are you? Oh, Damien. What did I... Okay, earlier I called him Sebastian, but why did I get to Sebastian of all things?
Oh, you meant him? I was kind of be wondering, who was Sebastian again?
You meet with Damien after dark and fill him in on what Lucro's doing.
Actually, I've already heard about Lucro personally entering the Hollow and the Major General's movements. Besides relocating Porcelumex and the Exaltist stock of Porcelume, they're rounding up trusted members who served under Ferox, including my poor colleagues who fled into the Hollow's labs, fearing a purge. The dust hasn't even settled, yet they're already discarding what they no longer need, proving that the only thing crueler than one ruthless boss is another. I have no place in TOPS any longer, and the Defense Force won't seek justice for a stray like me.
Oh?
Even though you played a major role in taking down Ferox, your new boss won't tolerate you for long, will he?
Yeah, he sees your ambition as a threat.
Exactly. I can't stand stray dogs like you always sniffing out scraps to survive. Like I ever had a choice. I'm just trying to stay alive. Honestly, I was already planning to turn to you and Yunque Summit for help. Regardless of our differences, you are among the few in Waifei Peninsula who have the power, care about justice, and are willing to hear me out. A stray like me is used to bowing and begging.
Unfortunately, no matter how much power we might have, we're just as constrained as you are now. I can't contact anyone at Yunque Summit for assistance either. But if it's just to keep you safe...
It's all right. Just when I was at my wit's end, Miss Savior appeared.
Oh. The goofy sound effect. Just as Damien finishes speaking, a small figure suddenly springs out from behind him.
Hiya! I'm the savior he was talking about.
Okay, that explains the goofy sound effects. Yeah, we've seen her already. We just don't know much. Well, you don't know much about how she is, so here we go.
Funny, most company employees usually see me as a disaster. Who would have thought I'd ever be called a savior?
Allow me to introduce you. This is Miss Zhao from TOPS, affiliated with the Krampus Compliance Authority.
Oh.
Nice to meet you, Miss Zhao. The Krampus Compliance Authority. Is that the name of another company within TOPS? It doesn't sound as familiar to me as the other big companies.
Well, we've heard of them before, huh?
Yeah, and probably one of the few things that actually all the tops actually fear, as I understand. Like, they are probably... Like, if you're on their radar, you've done something bad.
Yeah, since Krampus is their internal affairs division.
That's alright. Most people haven't heard of it. Krampus isn't actually a company.
Yeah.
Our role is to inspect, decide on, and enforce regulations.
Basically...
Competition is an inherent flaw of the market system. For the members at the round table, it doesn't matter if the company's executives are tearing each other apart.
I guess you could call them their own version of a police force, or maybe, but...
Yeah.
However, the condition is that all actions by the company and its management must comply with the core rules and interests of the Alliance. The business game doesn't always let us play by the rules. That's the Round Table's mercy. But when those rule breakers go too far, the strict mother reaches out with her black branch. This time, Porcelumix has clearly stepped out of line.
I think I get why the corporations might see members of Krampus as a disaster. Even so, having regulators like you is probably a key reason TOPS has managed to maintain its strong position in the city.
So, it's not hard for you to understand why I see Miss Zhao as my savior, right?
We'll only know whether I'm your savior or your disaster once all the investigations are complete.
Better than letting someone like Lucro treat you like a fish on a chopping board, right?
Although he isn't really a friend, I do sort of get Damien's style. He's determined to survive this brutal game, but he's also someone who never crosses the line.
Though he has tiptoed a bit.
Yeah, but he didn't wanna do it at the cost of, entire townspeople and all that.
Yeah. Though whether that's out of pragmatism or actual morality, we'll have to find out.
Might be both.
Huh. You've got sharp and beautiful eyes. I hope you'll never become the enemy of Krampus. And that when those eyes look at me again, they won't be filled with hostility, Miss Bell.
Miss Zhao, the Krampus member, turns and walks off with Damien in tow. I should have guessed that I got the pronunciation of her name wrong before. She may have been small in stature, but her commanding presence nearly overshadowed the disheveled Damien beside her. It's getting late. Let's head back to the tent and get some rest.
Yeah, let this be known, people. Even small can be dangerous.
They may be small, but they are kind of a big deal.
Yeah, like, look at honey badgers. They're small and even lions avoid them.
Roxy! Roxy! It's not time to sleep yet. I came over all this way with Squad Member C to invite you to our special nighttime operation. A special night up? Follow us and you'll see, Proxy. Oh. Shh. Move quietly and stay low, just like a sniper. Seed and Trigger quietly creep up behind Orphe and suddenly launch a surprise attack.
Soldier Orphe!
Okay, what are you two planning?
You again? Now you have the proxy as an accomplice too?
You've got it all wrong, Orphe. I had no idea those two are planning to scare you.
Captain Magus is asleep. Don't wake her up. We should let her rest.
Is it time for the captain's self-diagnostics?
Is Orphe more worried about waking the captain, or about the captain catching you secretly enjoying some prohibited items?
Excuse me. First of all, my concern for the captain is absolutely genuine. Second, the field manual doesn't list lemon-flavored chips under prohibited foods during deployment. I have every right to protest Captain Magus's executive decision to declare all snacks as prohibited.
Oh. Then why doesn't Orphe protest when the captain's actually awake?
Because they'd get an earful and they've got plenty of ear to fill.
I'm sure Orphe has her own reasons.
Anyway, if Orphe doesn't want us to tell the captain...
How about sharing some of those lemon chips with us?
Let's be honest, would you really argue with her at gunpoint? Yes, I just realized what I just said. I walked in on that one, didn't I?
Yep, like Tom with a rake.
I blame you.
Seed and Trigger are robbing me again!
Again?
Isn't this just a regular part of our night ops briefing?
The law doesn't punish the majority, Orphe.
Then, the proxy should also share the responsibility.
Uh,
A special mission to get rid of lemon-flavored chips? Count me in!
I just need to get rid of this contraband. Yeah, we'll destroy it in our stomachs.
Lemon flavored. I never heard of those, I think.
Me neither. Like there have obviously been some wacky chips flavors over the years. Over here we've got freaking Joppy sauce. That was a popular thing for a good while. Just some special sauce called Joppy sauce. I've never tried it. Don't really have any interest to. But for some reason they've been turned into a freaking chips flavor.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
There are some flavors that you think like, yeah, that's not gonna work, and somehow it works. And you get weirded out and wonder, how the heck does this combo work? It shouldn't work.
Yeah.
Why does it work? And then your head starts spinning around trying to make sense of it.
Like, typically I just go for paprika or bolognese chips, which apparently is not the latter of those is not really a thing outside of Europe, apparently. But yeah, there's also those cheese and onion flavors, I think. Okay, maybe someday, maybe tomorrow, I'll try one of those more exotic ones or something. But in general, yeah, I just go for paprika, bolognese, which would probably count as exotic to Americans, or just standard sea salt ones.
I never heard of bolognese flavored chips. So that basically translates to me mincemeat chips. Which sounds rather.
It's more like the. I think it's more supposed to emulate the sauce that gets put on the. Well,
right, if
the sauce without the meat.
Okay, so if the sauce with the spices, then maybe sure. Like then it's like like taco chips.
Yeah.
I guess, but they come also in different flavors. I just caught myself stroking my beard in thought.
Okay. In the sea breeze of Guayfe Peninsula, you team up with Oboe Squad to finish off the lemon-flavored chips. As night deepens, Seed and Trigger, who ambushed Orphe, return to the squad's camp. Just as you're about to leave, Orphe calls out to you.
Proxy, there's something I need to talk to you about. It's about the captain.
Okay, now that we finally can get some one-on-one time with you.
Let me guess. It's something that you can only say when Captain Magus is asleep?
That's right. Proxy, I want to apologize on behalf of the captain for her bad attitude toward you during the mission. But there's a reason why the captain acted that way.
Bad experience with proxies or something?
I trust that you know the captain, Orphe. Otherwise, why would you trust her so much? Come to think of it, you and Magus make a pretty unique team. A soldier paired with an intelligent weapon construct.
Well, we don't know yet. Well, Magus, or Belle doesn't know that Magus wasn't always an intelligent construct.
An intelligent construct? No, the captain is more than that. Can I trust you, Proxy?
Guess we're going to get some details.
Like I said, just like you trust Captain Magus.
I'm just a gunner, a soldier here to support Captain Magus. Orphe, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special. You're one of a kind. That's how they would comfort me, if Captain Magus and the others were here. But no. I know that I'm not someone special. From the moment I was born, being a gunner has been my sole purpose and mission.
Wait, is this some sort of follow-up to, Silver Squads?
In the disaster 11 years ago, New Eridu lost so much. It lost so many of its soldiers.
Or a branch?
The Defense Force's last remaining gemstone, Obsidian Division, also suffered heavy losses. At the time, the military had launched various research projects. Enhanced soldiers, cybernetic soldiers even. Cloned soldiers. It sounds brutal, doesn't it? But if it weren't for these cruel projects, Obsidian Division might never have lasted this long. I was also born at that time, cloned from a legendary soldier, and designed to aid that legendary soldier as an assistant.
Wait, you are technically Magus's daughter? Clone daughter, but still?
That legendary soldier's military codename was Magus. The soldier's original body has long been destroyed. All that remains now is a backup of her consciousness, or what you could call her soul, stored within the weapon.
Okay, so yeah, a mind copy.
Even in death, she's still wielded as a weapon by the Defense Force. Though Captain Magus always says it's what she wanted, is it really a blessing or a curse?
Yeah, having been turned into quite literally a weapon.
All things considered, I'm quite lucky. Selfish, even. I stole her body, her name. You could even say I stole her life.
No, you didn't.
But Captain Magus has never cared about that. She'd just say to me, Orphe, my life was far too boring. You should live your own life. I know the looks in my comrades' eyes often carry sympathy or pity, mockery, or even disgust. Still, I can't help but feel that I'm lucky. I met Captain Magus, I met Obel Squad, and even crossed paths with someone as strong and interesting as you, Proxy.
Twiggy's assistant was happy to be alive. It was just, well, you've just had more luck with the people you were born to, or met since.
I know there's nothing special about the way I was born, but you all keep telling me, Orphe, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special. You're one of a kind.
Even Silver Squad's clones were each individuals, each different. Even if they were biologically copies of each other, they were still individuals. You,
Yes,
Orphe, are an individual. You are
indeed,
not Magus
and
2.0.
Indeed, and when clones are made, they're still almost a blank slate. Like they will still have their own experience to make a new person from there.
Yeah.
Yet, the cold glass tanks, the tasteless nutrient fluids, those eyes filled with sympathy, pity, mockery, or disgust, they all proved one thing. I'm nothing special. They all told me I'm just a pathetic, tragic person. But you all keep telling me, over and over again, you're one of a kind, Orphe. I can leave those glass tanks in the past. I just don't want to let your expectations down. Rather than those cold, lifeless glass tanks, I want the warmth of Captain Magus. I'd rather have my noisy Obel Squad and you, the cool Proxy. Our pasts, whether it's mine or Captain Magus's, are not what define us. Although Captain Magus often jokingly calls you the villain, that's all just talk.
Something I might have just realized a little bit late, but... yeah, Orphe and Magus are both clones, technically. It's just that one is a clone of the body and the other the clone of the mind.
Our pasts are not what define us. Instead, it's up to us to determine our destinations. As a Proxy, you'll lead us to the right place. I believe in you, Proxy.
Yeah.
Okay.
May I explain a few things that is gonna with the behavior? Like she has always talked to her like a daughter in some times.
Yeah.
Subtle, but once you notice it, especially in this context, it's kinda hard to ignore.
Yeah. After a brief signal disruption, communication with the HD is re-established.
Barry, have you finished calculating the exact coordinates of the blind spot in Lemnian Hollow's most active area?
Affirmative. HDD data sync complete. Transmitting coordinate data to EOS's Carrot module now.
Oh, Belle, finally. The exact coordinates are now locked in. The next step is to move out with Obel Squad and take them out in one strike.
Which is not going to be ordered, so...
Negative. Lorenz's forces have currently halted all further operations, so Obel Squad is unauthorized to act without orders. Could you send a message to Ishuan Shifu? Actually, scratch that. Better send it to Senior Fufu instead. Shifu never replies to messages. Just say, Junior Bell needs your help. It's urgent. Please ask Ishuan Shifu to come to the rescue. P.S. Don't let the defense force find out.
Poor Junior Bell is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the defense force. It's urgent. Come rescue her immediately. P.S. Keep a low profile and avoid any clashes with the defense force.
Okay, being honest, by the time that Fufu would have gotten to that last bit, she probably would have clawed her way through half the defense force already to get us.
Uh-oh.
Aren't you over-exaggerating a bit?
This concerns the safety of Wi-Fi Peninsula. A little exaggeration won't hurt, right?
No.
All we can do now is pray that Yunque Summit sends help soon.
Let's be honest here. We have seen what misunderstandings can lead to.
Yeah. And I'd rather not have Obel Squad and Yunque Summit go to war.
Who knows what kind of mess the Exaltists might be stirring up in the Hollow, while Lorenz is basking in the limelight. There's no time to waste. I'm logging off now.
Okay, just as you're about to fall asleep, that familiar chirping breaks your peaceful slumber again. Is it the birds? It's the birds. Is that Shifu's Qingming birds? Okay, so finally we get a name on that thing. Okay, we might have gotten it named if we'd gone for more social encounters with her, but yeah. Your vision suddenly dims, but strangely you don't feel afraid. When you come to your senses, you're already being carried high up in the air by bird talons.
Oh no.
Your body feels weightless like a feather drifting in the air one moment, then heavy like a stone sinking in a lake the next. By the time you come back to your senses, you've already arrived. Okay, just kidnapped in a positive way.
Oh dear.
Is this Hillyan Temple?
I think I just had a dream. Am I dreaming? Or is this really Swabian Temple?
The Qingming bird basically went, "You are being rescued, do not resist." Nom.
Gods.
My disciple. Fufu told me poor Junior Bell is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the Defense Force. It's urgent.
Okay. Fufu, were you standing right next to her when you received it, or did you quite literally teleport to her sides? There's probably a Fufu-shaped hole in the wall somewhere.
And that I need to stay low and avoid any clashes with them.
Word for word! The message came straight from Junior Bell's brother!
By the way, I'm here too.
Someone's messing with our junior out there. That's the last straw. Shifu, it's time we step in and get an explanation, don't you think?
Also, Weiss, you could have just walked over and told her.
What do you mean by step in? Junior Bell just looks a little dazed, that's all. I don't see any signs of cruel mistreatment.
Also, we still have that ankle monitor on, don't we?
Did Ishun Shifu use a technique to bring me to Swabian Temple?
Seems you're finally catching on now.
Your safety, of course, is our highest priority. But given how you contacted us in such a rush, I assume you've run into some trouble with the military?
Come on, Junior Bell! What happened out there that made you call Shifu for help? Don't worry, you can tell us. We're all here for you.
That's right. All your seniors are here.
You lay at the intel calculated by Fairy.
Sorry for interrupting you there, Captain. True, I want to avoid it, but let's keep in mind of the time.
Yeah, we'll have to probably call it after this bit. Let's see. You lay at the intel calculated by Fairy, along with all accompanying suspicions and speculations for everyone.
Cunning as always. Certainly sounds like the Exaltists.
If the Defense Force can't deal with those scoundrels, then we will. When do we set out, Shifu?
No need to be hasty. Let Junior Bell get some proper rest first.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to call it there then.
Yeah, and I keep telling you all, the Exaltists are no joke. They are usually a few steps ahead.
Okay. At the HA Club, you witnessed two overtime boo. Elbowing each other while debating Shimi Miyabe and Yichuan's combat prowess. Okay. There, Wifey Peninsula. Examine the unusual stone lions. And over here, the door can be opened from this side. Open. Okay, that was in the previous chapter. Before we end the stream, though, we are behind on a few temples here. So, yeah, 3 times it was about, since we did 2 side quests, or side quests.
Yeah.
And, well, we could have done temples there, but still. Okay, then. I've heard that people are liking this character, Arya, a lot, so let's see if we get lucky. I forget if we have the pity system active for us or not. 2 A's. And I think Arya runs on a bit more than AA batteries.
You were
oh,
saying?
Great. Now there's 2 of them.
You got double Anton.
Okay, seconds.
Oh, bloody heck.
Oh, another one, or another double. Okay, and this time... Okay, a wolf and a cat. That's Aurora, she's very pink. Okay. And this is most... I'm going to guess that this is... Well, we are very likely to get her now, or an S rank now. Because typically you get an S rank before it is completely guaranteed, because it basically gets into an area where, yeah, the chance to get them just skyrockets. And, oh, I just noticed there's only 4 days left on this banner. So, last chance that we can get them now. Okay. This has to be the closest I've gotten to the guaranteed. Once more?
Yeah, why not? And you should probably start grinding some of these things off stream again.
Yeah.
Aurora is in agreement.
Okay, we are just going to have to hit the pity number, or the guaranteed here, huh? Okay, so we got Nicole's... Okay. Let's just do singles here and see if we get lucky. Nope. It spins a whole lot more if we have an S rank. Okay. Number 2. There we go. But is it her, or... There we go. One of the angels of delusion, Arya. Oh, it's little wings.
Oh,
all right. Okay, and reset to 90. Okay. So we have enough pulls to get another S rank very likely. But actually, let me take a quick check. Also, anything in the mail? Nothing in the mail. Let's see. Easiest way to get there is through here. Let's see.
Where is the chat, Captain?
Maximizing the dopamine hit, I see. Honestly speaking, I think I might have some dopamine deficiency or something, because I don't seem to get as much of that as other people, apparently. Let's see. Harmony of Delusions. Surprise supplied. This is just premium currency stuff, so I've absolutely no interest. We do have gravitational story time and that Snap Hollow Realm something there. Why is it refusing to move? Okay, but we can't actually see what the next banner is. Also, hello, Oscar. Get the cat back into the closet. There we go. It just seemed to have frozen up there for a while. Okay. Okay, luckily this is going into Redo Chronicles, unless this is a temporary... what the hell. If it is a temporary event to get a uniform for Pan, oh well. Alright. No. Nope.
Is that my cue?
Let's have a quick look at you. One too many there. There. Okay. Okay. Aria, Angels of Delusion, Ether Anomaly. I think... Let me do a quick check here. The Lulu, what?
I just realized what those things on her hips are.
Oh. Speakers. Okay, they are the second Ether Anomaly character after Vivian. Okay, let's have a quick check at your skills. Let's see. Core passive, innate stage presence. Aria's knowledge proficiency increased by 45. If Aria's third hit of basic attack perfect pitch lands a heavy attack on an enemy suffering an ether, electric, or basically any anomaly, it will trigger a bloom, which resolves an additional instance of attribute anomaly damage. The additional damage is calculated as varying of that per 10 points of initial anomaly mastery of the original anomaly damage. Okay, so best mixed with fire, aka best mixed with Bernice.
Oh no!
Let's see. Of the original anomaly damage, if the target is stunned, the damage ratio is further increased by 50%. When another collaborative stage, when another character in your squad is a stun or support character or shares the same faction, when Ether Veil is activated, 4 fandom power is generated on the field. This can trigger once every 1 second. When any squad member applies corruption to an enemy, its duration is extended by 3 seconds. Corruption? Or, oh wait, that's the... I think that's the Ether anomaly effect. Let's see. Perfect pitch. Hold to activate. Aria enters a charging state and can reach 3 levels of charge. Releasing attack or reaching the maximum charge time causes Aria to unleash a powerful downward attack forward based on the current charge level, dealing massive ether damage. If there is fandom power nearby when Aria is charging, she will absorb the fandom power. Okay, so that's a resource that gets spat out. With each absorbed fandom power instantly increasing the charge level by 1 and granting 1 stack of a buff that increases the next basic attack perfect pitch's ether anomaly builder by 10%. This buff can stack up to 2 times and is removed after the attack ends. After the 4th hit of Sweet Melody special attack, EX special attack, and the 3rd hit of basic attack, if there are at least 2 fandom power nearby, hold attack to consume 2 fandom power and quickly activate the 3rd hit of basic attack, perfect pitch. After the 3rd hit of basic attack, perfect pitch, a chain attack or an ultimate. If there are at least 2 fandom power nearby, the 3rd hit can also be quickly activated by pressing attack within a short window, consuming 2 fandom power. Anti-interrupt level is increased while charging, and received damage is reduced by 40%. Invulnerable while using this attack. Okay. Special attack. Delivers a forward kick, dealing ether damage. After the 4th hit of basic attack, Sweet Melody, an assist, follow-up, chain attack, or an ultimate, press special to activate. Delivers a quicker forward kick, dealing ether damage. If the attack hits an enemy, 1 fandom power is generated on the field after the attack ends. So somewhat similar to Anby's special, huh?
Yeah. Again,
let's see.
It's been a while.
And the EX, with enough power, delivers a power... followed by a sonic wave attack, dealing ether damage. If the attack hits an enemy, 3 fandom power is generated on the field after the attack ends. Character is invulnerable. And EX instantly hooked. After launching EX and with enough energy, just to follow up, press to activate. Powerful downward attack in front, dealing ether damage. If an enemy is hit, 3 fandom power is generated on the field after the attack ends. Okay, and their ultimate... Let's see. Releases all her power entering Moment of Delusion and fires multiple powerful shots at the target, dealing massive ether damage. Upon entering Moment of Delusion, Arya gains 3 stacks of all-out cheering and activates Ether Veil Delusion Reprise. While Ether Veil is active, all squad members gain an additional 50 attack for 30 seconds. Reactivating will first cancel any existing instance of Delusion Reprise. 50 attack on its own is not really that much. While Arya is cheering, if she has all-out cheering, stacks of all-out cheering are consumed first to charge. Each stack of all-out cheering consumed increases the charge level by 2. Upon entering Moment of Illusion, if Arya already has all-out cheering, all remaining stacks are first converted into Fandom Power and generated on the field. Each stack of all-out cheering is converted into 2 Fandom Power. Lasts for up to 15 seconds. During Moment of Illusion, Arya's basic attack, his third hit, is upgraded to an enhanced version. When exiting, if she still has cheering, all remaining stacks are converted into Fandom Power. Okay. Not too sure on how to read all of that, so I guess I'll just have to test her out on some points. Actually, there's at the VR device, I think for each character that you unlock, you also get a tutorial on how their stuff works and such. So I could probably take a check in there. But yeah, for now though, that'll be it for today. So before we end the stream, of course, let's go look for someone to raid. So over to Twitch. It has been a while since we've been able to do a full 4 hours of this, huh? Let's see.
You forgot?
Hmm?
You had to leave for 20 minutes?
Yeah, but still longer than we've been able to get for a good while. Yeah. Let's see. Recent raids.
Yeah, you should really talk to your parents about that soon. About you trying to have a time and all that.
Yeah. Let's see. There's not too many that we can raid at the moment. We've got, or that we haven't raided recently. We've got Viking Blonde, who is just starting up. Let's see. Okay, what is this title? Mama Sleeping Angels Y2K Hyper Grunge? The hell?
What? Huh?
Okay, so no clue at all what they are planning to stream. Because they typically start their streams with just chatting and change the category once they start the game. Then we've got Cider Delish, who is playing Final Fantasy XVII. Katie we rated recently. And yeah, then we have Oblique Omen, who is playing Retro Readrinds, Video Store Simulator. I tried a demo of that, and it was pretty nice. Has potential, but yeah, that's the thing with those demos. They are there to show off potential, but if the full game will actually live up to that is a different thing. Let's see, Aurora, see a doctor about it. Pretty sure after 30 years it's a bit late for that. Okay. But yeah, any of those are of interest? Viking Blonde, Cider Delish with Final Fantasy VII, or Oblique Omen with Retro Rewinds?
Say Cider Delish.
Okay, place is muted.
Or
Okay.
Aurora's fridge. I'm sure there's some food in there.
Okay, copy the name, head over to our place,
Wait,
/raid and paste.
We raid Durban's fridge.
Okay. But yeah, that'll be all for today. Tomorrow, hopefully, we can get we can hopefully continue with Mass Effect 2. And on the weekend, yeah, we start the second Freedom Force game, Freedom Force versus the Third Reich. And yeah, there's no games after that. And we'll see more Foo next week, hopefully, Aurora. Alright. But yeah, before we get the raid started, thank you everyone who may have been watching live or later. Thank you, Aurora. Thank you, Knight, for lurking as usual. And thank you, as always, Drakir.
You're welcome as always, my friend. And thank you for joining and watching this madness.
And yeah. They already outlined what's rating for everything. With some luck, I'll be able to get my hands on Pokemon Pokopia tomorrow, but yeah, plan to play that mostly on my own time. Maybe I'll stream a bit of it, but we'll see. But for now, of course, yeah, let's get this raid started. And yeah, thank you all again for watching, and until next time, have a nice day, and until then.
Be safe, everyone. Sleep well, and watch out for undead seagulls.
And undead soldiers.
Oh dear.